Okay, welcome everybody. We're up. We are live. Welcome to this week's Tabletop Treasure Hunters. Joined with another special guest today. So I'm going to get some logistics out of the way really quick, and then we're going to go around to some introductions. Tabletop Treasure Hunters here is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrew campaign. We have a little bit of a unique thing where we've got two guilds competing against each other, which is alternating groups of players every other week. Typically, though, Goldbloods are going twice in a row for this unique guest draft we have going on. But yeah, this week we've got Goldbloods going on. And I do need to state that even though this is our homebrew campaign, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, as well as the world of Galarion we're playing in, the rule system, many of the deities, characters, etc., are owned by a wonderful company named Paizo. So thank you, Paizo, for a wonderful game. And with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce our normal weekly players here, starting with Reiklin and going around, and then I will introduce our guest for the week.
All right. Hello, I'm Jason. I play Reiklin. He is a human cleric of Nethys, and he's been doing this for a little bit, and we're having lots of fun.
Awesome.
My name is Alex. I'm playing Sapisto, the Leshy Bard. And he is very afraid to go pick plants because he sees it as a form of murder. But he's still excited.
Lovely.
Hi, I'm Dalton. I play Zarias, the lizard folk sorcerer monk. Zarias has joined these lovely Goldbloods to expand his own personal stories. And so far, the stories have been epic, and he's looking forward to more.
Love it.
So I'm playing Regina, our 93-year-old barbarian. And yeah, she's just excited to go pick flowers. She met her 43rd husband in a garden, so...
What a lovely romantic story.
So I'm wondering if you're keeping track of all these numbers. If we were to watch all the videos previous, would there be any conflicts?
The thing is if there was, like, it would just be totally in character for Regina, you know?
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay. So my name is Chase. I go on the internet by Wholesome Dad Gamer. This is my channel. And I am playing the DM for this campaign. So the environment, the NPCs, the enemies, the good feels, the bad feels, etc. And so we have another special guest this week. So we are joined this week by Natasha Ence, who we have here on my left for you guys. Yeah, left. So Natasha is a professional GM and a fellow content creator. She runs a very awesome channel called Tales Off the Table, which I have linked in the stream description. So I highly recommend you guys go check that out. I have had the honor of streaming in a couple of her games before over on that channel. She does wonderful work, very fun. So yeah, Natasha, go ahead and introduce yourself if I missed anything, and go ahead and talk about any bits of your character you want to. You can keep whatever you want secret, but whatever you want to share with people, go ahead.
So I'm playing Petunia, and Petunia is a tall and lovely, not slightly, but overweight elf, which is very strange for an elf, and a lot of people just seem to think that she is a halfling that has an enlarge spell on her because she has an obsession with food, which might explain the overweight bit. But she has requested that your company of mercenaries accompany her on a quest to gather ingredients for a special recipe that she is putting together for ravioli, which is one of her favorite foods. And this ravioli in particular is very, very special and needs quite certain ingredients, which in and of themselves are quite peculiar.
Wonderful. Sounds like a very fun time. I'm excited. All right, awesome. So that is all of our players and our wonderful special guest here. Your guys' last session, for Sapisto and Reiklin, you guys fought a lich. and there's some chaos in Absalom. You guys fought valiantly. Regina and Zarias were also fighting on their own terms, just in a different location, fighting off some hordes of undead. This group came out unscathed. We kind of went over the aftermath in the job draft, so if anybody's interested in that, check out the last job draft. And now we are back to your guys' first job. You did lose your noble guild leader, Callum, and currently they're working on who's going to be replacing it. But for the interim, you guys have the head of the Alliance, Lady Shadara, taking care of business. So she will be meeting you guys in the guild house with your scout, Henrietta, giving you guys a little bit of a rundown. Henrietta is going to mention that she's very grateful for what you guys did to her, or not did to her, did for her during the last encounter with the undead, and she's going to spend the rest of her time during this competition scouting out the final location you guys are going to be going to give you guys a thorough report, because she's certain you guys will be winning this. And High Lady Shadar is also going to mention that she's very excited that you all took this job, because she is familiar with this particular cook that you're going to be gathering ingredients for. She has had a particular sweet pie from her eatery before, and she doesn't know exactly what it is, but she loved it. It was the best dessert she's ever tasted, and she wants you guys to obtain a recipe for that. And that is going to be a guild support quest for this week, if you guys can obtain a recipe for a sweet pie from this cook. So with that, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to fast forward to the beginning of this quest. You guys are going to be with your current employer, who is lovely Petunia here, and we're just going to be starting. It's at her eatery after closing time. You guys have been instructed to meet there. This is in Absalom, so this is a pretty big, popular eatery here. People really like it. They pay a lot of coin to eat here, and that's where we're starting. So to you, players.
How did my tribute to Callum go?
Oh, your tribute. Oh, right, downtime. Thank you, Sapisto. Let's go over downtime real quick. What did you guys do over the last 10 days? I will start with, let's start with Regina. Go reverse round table.
So she threw a giant fundraising party at her tavern. It was a black tie event, and if anybody didn't have a black tie, she provided one.
And it went quite well. You got some donations for your guild. It was well received. And what about you, Zarias?
I tried to meet in person with one of the sponsors in the city to try and get a donation for the guild. Unfortunately, negotiations did not go well, and I was unable to close the deal. I rolled a nat 1 on my roll this week.
Yep.
Oh, no.
It was a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Sapisto?
Sapisto put on a one-plant show in honor of his fallen guild leader, retelling the valiant tale of the Goldbloods' fight against the assassin and the ensuing lich. He used his Horn of Fog for special effects.
And that went quite wonderfully. It was free, but tips appreciated, and oh boy, did you get tips. There was tears, there was laughter, there was cheers. It was great.
Excellent.
What about you, Reiklin?
Reiklin spent 5 days in researching and praying and basically trying to find some secrets. Nethys is a god of duality, but also knowledge. And he spent all the time trying to find a very special spell that he was seeking. He ended up with something different than what he was actually seeking, though. So he ended up with an uncommon spell of level 5. It's called, should I say what it is?
Oh, yeah, go for it. It's a very
All
neat
right.
spell.
Okay. So this spell is called Drop Dead. He was mistaken. He thought that it was a spell used to stave off death, but he's kind of interested in how it works. So he's brought it prepared for this one. What it basically does is when somebody is struck, he can react to the strike and make that person look like they fall dead, but they actually go invisible. And they are invisible for a duration of time until they make a hostile action. So it's an interesting little spell. I actually did choose it originally, but I thought that it would be kind of fun to role play that Reiklin was seeking something else.
Yeah.
Kind of the duality of knowledge, right?
I like it.
Sometimes you don't get what you actually expect. So
It's very Nethys. I love it.
Yep.
All right. And then you also crafted some scrolls with your remaining days, correct?
That's right. He crafted some scrolls successfully, and these scrolls will hopefully come in handy, if not this adventure, definitely for the next coming ones. So
Indeed.
some scrolls of walk on air, or airwalk.
Yep. Very good. Okay. So that was the Goldbloods the last 10 days after recovering from, the big old attack on Absalom. So now we will fast forward to the eatery after hours. You guys are just meeting Petunia.
What's the eatery named?
That's a good question. Do you have a name for your eatery, Petunia? I'm putting her on the spot here.
The Candid Milk Cache.
That look says no.
Petunia's Plentiful Picks.
Oh, that's better.
Probably like Lamb and Lion or something like that.
Lamb and Lion. I like it.
Cool
Very
reference.
simple.
Very simple. Very good. Okay, yeah. So you guys arrive at Lamb and Lion after hours. Doors open for you. I imagine she is expecting you.
Okay. So it's after hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Hello? Is there anybody here?
And
Knock, knock.
Petunia's standing there. She has like this short, cropped, blondish gray hair and these pointed elf ears. And she's standing there with this giant smile and poofy pink dress. And she says, "Oh, hello."
Hello. How are you doing? Are you Petunia?
Yes. And you all must be who I'm waiting for.
That's right. We be the Goldblood mercenaries. Come on in, everybody. Where's the pisto? Oh, you have a plant in the corner. It almost... Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Come on in.
DM,
Pleased
will
to
you
make your
please roll me
acquaintance.
a knowledge nature check so I can try and identify what Petunia is?
She's not a plant.
Would that be knowledge nature, or would that be society?
It's a society. She looks like either a very large halfling or an elf. With your result on that.
A very large halfling or a very large elf. And
True.
I
you're-
immediately
Yes.
look at her feet.
They are shoed
Ah, so she must be an elf.
or a shoed halfling.
No such thing. Capisto's never seen it before in his life, but he's also never seen a. Anyway,
That is a pretty sharp deduction, though.
it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sapisto Belladonna Arroyo Sticky Twigs III, and I am a Leshy. What are your name?
Petunia.
Wonderful. We are
Hi
the
there,
Goldbloods.
Hi there, Petunia. I'm Zoroius. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, Regina. I'm Petunia. Nice to meet you. Did I do that backwards? But I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite fine. It's quite fine. So, do you have any questions before we begin?
Yes. What is the most famous dish of lemon lime?
It's a lemon lion.
Oh, lemon lion.
Oh, because if it was the previous thing I was going to say, I do have a limon poppy seed.
Sorry, I've been dreaming about plants ever since I knew we were coming here because I am very afraid.
Are you so worried?
Did I say afraid? I meant hungry.
No worries. Sapisto rolls with the punches. Sometimes we have interesting encounters and questions of, what would you call it? Existentialism when it
I
comes
do
to...
Yes, Reiklin is right. I do get punched quite a lot.
And she says, "Yes, well, Spisto. And she says, come here. And she says, why don't you just, will you please take the seat right here for me? And then she brings over, she takes out a scone and she puts it in front of you. And then she rustles back to the kitchen and then comes back out. And then she puts down a cup of hot chocolate as well. And it has this giant swirl of whipped cream on top. She says,
Oh.
this is for you. Hopefully, it might just calm your nerves.
Oh. Well, who am I to say no for to white stuff on top of brown drink? I'm gonna lift it up and sniff at it.
That's
Wait,
quite
like
kind
a-
of you, Petunia. We appreciate you taking care of our nervous member.
It smells wonderful.
All right. For the Goldbloods, we fight together. We drink together. I said that backwards. I'm so scared. And we really try not to die together this time. Cheers. And I will down it.
And have you died together before?
I have almost died every time.
Medically, several times, yes, but we've come through each time. Save for, of course, our guild master. May he rest in peace. But enough about that. Let's talk a little about what kind of plans you have.
Also, Alex, when you consume that. Now, just so everybody's aware, last time Sapisto gathered ingredients, he drank what looked to be a normal bowl of water from a crazy cat after almost dying to a hydra, and then he became possessed by the cat. So this is why Sapisto is frightened, for anybody who's not caught up.
Yeah.
But for this one, when you drink this, you gain some benefits. You become incredibly relaxed. You're going to gain resistance to all damage by 5.
Ho, 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 ho.
But whenever a helpful spell is cast on you, you have to make a DC 8 flat check or you're going to fall asleep. And that is going to last for the day.
Oh gosh. Is this a magical
Does this
sleep
include
or
my own spells and my own bardic performance?
Your bardic performance, no. Any spells, yes, your own spells that are cast upon you, though, yes.
Put myself to sleep every round.
is this something we can wake Sophisto up
Yes.
by normal means?
Yeah, it's not like he's not going to be magically asleep. He's just going to doze off. An interact action would wake him up.
All right.
But if you try and interact with me and slap me awake, I can't feel it.
That's the resistance 5, right?
Resistance 5.
You're going to have to smooch me awake.
Oh, I love it. All right, back to you guys.
What sort of things do you need us to do for you?
Well, so we're going to embark to my personal dimension that was gifted to me by my predecessor. And then we will be collecting some grubs for my sauce for my ravioli. And then we will be collecting, let's see, some ants and some goat's milk and meat, along with some grain, and then we will be returning.
All right. Do we have proper containers for each of these ingredients?
Oh yes, I have each of those things.
Very good. Okay, good. Well, sounds interesting, especially the part about personal dimension.
Yes, should be easy enough to get there.
Very well then. Lead the way.
Wait. I have one more very important question.
Yes.
Can I have one more of these?
She pushes the scone towards you.
I will drink it again.
Oh no, the scone is like, it's a
What?
lavender, like little almost biscuit
Oh,
to eat with your hot chocolate.
I have no more hot chocolate.
No, but the scone will also taste delicious.
All right. I will pick up the scone and I will consume it.
Oh, I have a question for you too, Petunia. Our current interim leader, Lady Shadara, she asked us to ask you about a recipe for sweet pie. She says that she loves it and she'd like to potentially get her hands on that. Is that something that we could potentially get as part of this job?
Oh, is she talking about my pecan and sweet potato pie?
Is that the one?
She just said a sweet pie. She didn't know what it was.
Well, that's unfortunate for us to not ask that detail,
Well,
isn't it?
You can assume that any of them will probably suffice.
Well, Petunia, you have met Lady Shadara, right? I mean, what kind of a pie do you think she likes? Am I right?
Now, Lady Sodara is famous, but not like world famous. You may remember her, you may not. You're pretty busy in your eatery. A lot of people come to eat your food.
Well, my pecan and sweet potato pie is probably the one that she's looking for.
All right, that's probably it.
If she would like the recipe, if you do well and don't cause any problems with any of the locals, I would consider giving it to you.
Well, I appreciate that. We'll do our best.
You mentioned locals. This particular dimension of yours, there be locals.
Yes.
What kind of locals would we be expecting?
There are a couple like fish people.
Ah, fish people. Okay.
Petunia, did you see my rendition of Callum's death? Locals love me. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Very well then. We will hope that you can speak the languages of the people. I personally cannot.
You mentioned fish people. Would there be a large bodies of water in this dimension?
There is not, you would know. But at least
No, not any
really.
large bodies of water, but there are floating islands.
Okay, thank you. You see Reikland's shoulders slightly lower in calmness.
Also, Sapista, you've been given a hero point. I've been given a villain point.
All right, so
Excellent.
this other dimension that you speak of, is this something you have magical means to transport us to?
Oh yes, quite. And I'm assuming Wholesome, she can just
Oh yeah, go crazy.
excellent. So and with that, she like just whirls around and like pulls some sort of like salt or something out of her pocket and just kind of like salt bays that up in the air, and like a portal flashes open, and it's dazzling. And she's like, right through here.
Would Reikland have been able to recognize the spell casting there?
Go ahead and roll me in Arcana.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. All right.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't even magic. That was just like, that was some kind of just really strange activated doorway.
Okay. Just
That
for
looked like
everybody,
magic to you, Regina, but you have no idea what kind. That was a nat 1 and a 2 for those listening.
yeah, a nat 1, which turned out to be a 14 total, but it's a natural 1. So yeah. So Reikland has no idea. Okay, we'll get those out of the way.
22
that.
Arcana.
Darius, you know it was some kind of teleportation arcane spell, but you're not sure the one.
Okay.
It was quite high level, though. Quite an intricate spell.
All right.
Considering the fact that she just looked like she was throwing like salt or sugar in the air.
Yeah. Right. That's why Reiklin's just standing there, his mouth aghast. Right then. After you.
After me?
Sorry.
I'm gonna get up out of my chair, and I'm gonna do one tiny spin, and then I'm gonna hunker down. I was at the Magnamar Games. I know exactly how to dash, and then I'm gonna right through. I'm gonna run right through that portal.
All right, yeah, Sapisto disappears into the portal. Who else follows?
I follow after. Just a casual stroll.
Regina walks very slowly and shakily on her cane.
How was
Over.
that lavender cookie?
Oh, it was delicious. If you're into bakeries at all, it was top of the line.
It was the perfect amount of lavender because if you overdo lavender, it just tastes like you're eating a soap bar. But this was the perfect amount of lavender. So it just feels like your throat is warm and now you just want to go to sleep even more.
Oh yeah.
It's just warm and cozy.
Your flat check will remain the same, but it's more tempting.
Reiklin,
Ah,
is there a time limit that we have to get these done? Because I'm very tired. That sprint was much more energy than I thought.
right then. Well, let me just get our bearings, and we'll wait for our guest to arrive, and we can ask.
Reiklin, hold me.
Oh, right then.
And Petunia, do you follow behind them?
Oh yes, Petunia comes in and then with another like flick of something white, she just like closes the portal behind them. All right, off we go.
All right, and if you guys have your volume on, fellow players, we got some ambiance music going on here from Roll20, and as well as here's kind of the appearance of this plane when you guys come through. It is beautiful, bright. You guys appear to be on some kind of floating island. You can see other floating islands kind of out in the distance. There's very colorful birds flying all around, bright flowers, bright different colored trees you would normally see, bright pinks, blues, teals. And yeah, it's kind of where you guys are at currently.
Would there be any kind of a knowledge check to try and recognize what kind of plane this is?
Yeah, that would be a Arcana.
Okay. Well,
And, what's
second
your-
time's a charm.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. It's a 13. So
Oh man.
That's another nat one.
what's funny is when I roll those, I have my character sheet open in another window, so I get to audibly hear the reaction of everybody else. So excellent. Reiklin is just nothing about Arcana right now.
Yeah, no, you don't even. Yeah, you have no idea where you're at.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, you're a little disoriented from that trip over.
That's a 24.
Zarias, you don't recognize this as any plane that you've read about before. You've heard about personal planes that can kind of be tailored to the person who created it. So you can assume this is probably one of those, based on what Petunia told you and the way it looks.
Okay.
All right, so
Does that
our
mean
first...
I don't?
Oh.
Sorry. Does that mean I don't recognize any of the plants here?
I mean, there's some standard-looking plants. I mean, maybe they're just a little bit variated from what they would normally do. Different colors, a little more bright and vibrant. Some of them maybe even seem to glow a little bit. But they are all at least very familiar to plants on the material plane.
This place is lovely, Petunia.
Oh, thank you. It was a gift.
Well, you have someone very generous in your life.
Oh, had. But yes,
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss then.
yes. They were quite a good teacher. They are who I learnt all of my skills from.
I see. Was this teacher very powerful in magic?
Well, yes, as all good chefs are.
Right. Okay. Well, good. So, where would you like to go first?
Well, first, I need the grubs that live in a specific kind of cacti.
Very well then. This is for your sauce, right?
Yes, when you grind up the grubs, they taste kind of like peanut butter.
I've never had the stuff, but I'll take your trust on that.
It's quite delicious.
All right. So from a cactus, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Well, so it's where you're going, not where I'm going. So on the bottom of the island.
On the bottom. Like
yes.
The underside?
Yes.
Okay. Does gravity work in the same way here?
Yes.
So will we be climbing or flying or?
However you would like to go about that.
Very good. Okay. Is it this island right here that we are facing?
Yeah, so they're all kind of shaped like this. And as you look at one out in the distance, you can, after she mentions cactus, and you kind of see at the bottom, you almost feel like you can see little prickly plants on just like little ledges kind of towards the bottom, jutting out. There are cactuses growing.
Okay.
Oh, and the grubs, once you like lasso the cacti, the grubs might try to flee.
Okay.
But they are slow. They're just kind of immune to magic.
Slow, immune to magic. What means do they use to try to flee? Do they leap
Legs?
out and fall into the abyss?
Legs?
They have legs.
Run away. They're grubs.
I see. Okay.
They haven't turned into beetles or butterflies or whatever grubs turn into.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just a place like this. I have no idea how anything works here. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So
Quite like the normal material plane, just they're just in a cactus underneath the.
Magic does seem to confuse you a bit today, doesn't it?
Lady Regina, he whispers this to Regina, trying to keep it out of earshot of Petunia. Lady Regina, I'm very sorry, but I have no idea where we are, what we're doing, and I'm not sure what to expect from this one.
Sounds like my 43rd birthday party. Wild times.
Indeed, wild. Okay, well, okay.
Franklin, are you holding Sapisto?
Probably still, unless Sapisto decided to get down.
No.
So how far away does this island look?
So
Well, you're standing on an island,
Yeah.
so you could feasibly.
Use the island that we're on.
they're not excessively large. The one you're on seems to be quite large. You're kind of near an edge right now, right? Like you can kind of see a faraway island off of there, and you can see where the edge of yours is at, and it's not terribly far away.
Okay. Distance, like feet.
Yeah, it's probably about 100 feet away from you guys towards the edge right now.
100 feet down.
Oh, down. Yeah, so downwards, you'd have to go over the ledge and take a peek.
Okay. So, Reiklin carries Sapisto over to the edge, reassures Sapisto that he's not going to drop Sapisto.
I'm going to reach my leaf up and just gently press it to his lips just to shush him. And I'll say, Raglan, we have been traveling together for so long. You should know that if you drop me, nothing bad happens. I fall, and I float, and I fall, and I float, and I fall.
There's kind of a warm breeze coming up from over the cliff edge that's just kind of washing over you guys. It's very nice.
Reiklin is not feeling very comfortable
Like
about
it's
Sapisto's
blowing-
state right now.
Raglan, do you recall how we caught the rabbit in Rizeki's woods?
I remember all of this, Sapisto.
All we
My
need is-
worry is that you are going to fall unconscious any minute now. Are you even paying attention to the fact that there's no ground down there?
Of course, I know there's no ground. We also
Okay.
don't need any magic. Raglan, all we need is a bag of Tanglefoot and a cage.
Right. Okay. Do you have any of these things?
Let me look in my inventory.
Right then.
Now, when
I'm
you
gonna
guys are
open my
looking
bag.
off the ledge here, you don't see the bottom. It goes a very long ways down, and then you just see clouds kind of at the bottom.
Okay.
So we don't see any visible way of getting down there.
I mean, the climbing,
vantage
it could
point,
be
probably.
climbed. It looks like there are handholds and stuff, though it doesn't look like an easy climb by any means.
No.
And when you look
Would-
over the edge, you can kind of see probably about 120 feet down a little ledge kind of extending out with just a single cactus.
Regina takes a rock and like drops it off the edge to see what happens.
120 feet, you say?
So the rock falls and falls and falls, and you kind of see it kind of wisp into the clouds once it hits that area.
Petunia, you don't by chance happen to know what's down there beyond the clouds, do you?
I suspect a very, very long drop.
Sure, but anything physical?
After
have
the
any-
drop,
Aye.
ground.
All right.
Okay.
While I'm looking in my pack for the Tanglefoot bag, I am going to take my rope that's in my pack and I'm going to tie it around my waist.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of, like while I'm shuffling in Reikland's arms. Reikland, are you standing near the edge?
He's standing near the edge, but as you're shifting through your things and tying the rope, he's backing up from the edge.
I'm going to look up to Reikland and say, just in case. And then I want to stand up and give Reikland a little kiss on the cheek and swan dive backwards off.
How long is this rope of yours?
100
Probably 50
It's a 50 feet rope.
Reichland is grasping at the rope.
I'll say, catch
frantically.
me, Reikland! Hold me and catch me and save my life!
So Sapisto leaps backwards, and he's just very slowly gliding down, like,
Because I'm like,
almost like falling back.
Okay. Reichland probably has no trouble grasping the rope, right?
Oh yeah, not at all. There's like absolutely no weight on it here.
Okay.
Natasha, if you're not familiar with what Sapisto is, he's a leaf fleshy, so he's kind of like a little flowery leaf creature, and he floats when he falls.
yeah, I technically I don't take damage when I fall.
True. So you just
Yeah.
kind of you fall very lightly.
I just
Player
sort of
interpretation.
float.
Yeah. So yeah, he goes 50 feet down. Reichland catches the rope. You feel a little
And
resistance.
Reichland assumes that he's not near the bottom, right?
Not near the
Get
cactus.
an idea?
Do any of the others of you have 50 more feet of rope besides me?
Yes.
Yes, we could either tie a rope onto the end of this one, or I could take a mage hand and we could just lift the rope over to where it needs to be.
What is the range of your mage hand?
With it being a cantrip at level 5, it can go 60 feet.
Okay. We may have trouble getting Sapisto to the promontory. If you look at the islands out there, they all taper inward. So unless we're going to swing the poor little lad all the way out and then all the way in, this could be interesting.
Whee!
Petunia has sat down and is making a little fire.
Okay. Reichland is holding onto the rope and asking Zarias to get his own 50-foot length out of his own pack.
I grab it and give it to you.
Okay. And very tightly securing the knot to the end of this one is going to extend the length down by another 50 feet.
Okay, so Sapisto, you're now about 20 feet above this cactus here as you get
Okay.
lowered down further.
Okay. Reichland will be on his belly,
also have a
peering
rope.
over the edge. And on his belly, peering over the edge, he's going to call out, "So, are you getting close to the edge, to the side?"
This warm
Sapisto!
gust of air kind of strongly goes gusting upwards. Reikland's freshly grown in hair is kind of blowing backwards. Sapisto kind of starts swinging a little bit, going up and down.
So he's not even going down the full length?
He did now. He got blown up for a little bit and then swung
okay.
back down. You probably kind of knocked into the cliffside a little bit from that gust, but nothing too rough.
Oh yeah, I don't even feel it because I'm just sort of enjoying the ride, but I am gonna like do that thing where like I sort of try and like pinpoint myself, and then like when the breeze stops, I'm gonna like whoosh, dive heron bird it down there.
Off of the rope?
Oh no, I'm just gonna
Okay.
try because I keep floating up, so I'm gonna like
Gotcha.
try and
Okay.
pinpoint. No, not gonna dive.
Okay.
All right. So 100 feet down, are we able to get Sapisto to the side?
So, I mean, 100 feet down, he's still about 20 feet above the cactus.
Okay.
We have another rope.
All right, Lady Regina, let's do this.
She ends over her rope.
Okay, securing this end as well.
Three
and,
ropes tied together.
3 ropes tied together
Hope
and
your knots are
lowering.
secure.
He's double checking them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So 150 feet of rope. Are you lowering it all the way down?
No.
At this
only
point, like Sapisto's kind of like swung under. You guys are having kind of a hard time seeing him. He's kind of waving in and out of view.
Sapisto! Can we hear Sapisto at all?
Don't stop believing.
Yeah, you hear some singing echo up.
Okay.
And yeah, lowering him
Well-
down.
If I'm swinging,
Mm-hmm.
can I swing? Like, how close do I get to the edge?
Oh yeah. If you're swinging in, once they're in the process of them lowering you down, you can kind of catch the ledge of the cactus. It's very narrow. The cactus is taking up most of it, and in fact, I'm going to need you to make me an acrobatics check here to not actually hit the cactus.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that'll do it. You kind of catch
Excellent.
onto the side of the ledge. There's just, a little small foothold here for you to kind of stand next to the cactus.
That was a 23 for you people at home.
Ah, yes, thank you.
When I, as I'm like catching the cactus and pulling myself in, I'll just say really softly, I knew a cactus once. He was a real prick. And then I'm going to balance on the wall. What was I supposed to do? Okay, I'm going to, can you roll a perception for me on the cactus?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard cactus you'd see from the material plane. It's not really quite the right environment for it, which is a little bit odd, but it looks like a cactus. There's a little red blossom on top. It's kind of roundish, very spiky looking.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I didn't take speak with plant, which is disappointing. Do I see a hole where the grub might be?
What's your nature bonus?
Oh, it's pretty. Plus 12.
Plus 12. Yeah, you can see little holes where they may have burrowed into the cactus. You can imagine they're probably towards the center of it. If you were to pluck the cactus, many times they'll kind of come from beneath it when you pluck it up.
Can you roll me a nature check on grubs?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, standard grubs are typically, larvae of other insects or such that will grow into something else. They're usually kind of worm-like, plump, slow, squirmy.
Okay. All right. Now listen up here, little grubs. I'm going to try something that used to work on the garden back home. I'm going to pull out my my little lute. It's not a lute It's a liar.
Okay.
Who you call a liar. And I'm going to start strumming a little song. And then I'll come to me, the grubs, I need to take you. Don't you see, I have to make ravioli. Crawl up outwards into my waiting leaf hands, and I will climb back up to all my friends, and we will cook you.
Go ahead and roll me a nature for handle animal here. Nothing happens. that was a 14 on the nature for everybody, which was a 2 on the
was
dice.
a 2 on the die.
I'm gonna wait for like 5 minutes and then be disappointed. I'll say, that really worked for the grubs back home.
You guys just hear singing and then like a 5-minute pause.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna have to try this a different way. Can I? Yeah, I know. I'm pretty disappointed.
Meanwhile, Reichland is having an argument with Regina and Zarias as to whether or not they should have verified some other signal system as to when he was done, and whether or not we should pull him back up first before trying to use whatever system we have not in place right now.
Well, he didn't give us a whole lot of opportunity before he just jumped off the cliff.
I know, but we could have discussed it while he was at least 50 feet, but 120 feet down?
Can I pick off one of the spines from the cactus?
Yep.
And then in the hole, I'm going to stick the spine into the hole and try and get a grub to pull out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a flat check.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, you feel something kind of, squishy get plucked. And when you pull it out, there is a big blue grub that comes wriggling out on the spike. And then you see from under the cactus just a whole bunch of them kind of start squirming out slowly around.
I knew you liked my song. I did not bring any container to put you in. Okay.
We sent the plant down to get plant-eating grubs.
So here's what I'm going to do. How tall is this cactus?
It's not very tall. It's probably like a couple feet, if that.
Okay.
So I guess maybe, maybe kind of large for you.
Like at my height?
No, it's shorter than you.
Okay. I'm going to... I am sorry, little friend, but I have to put you back. I'm going to shove him back in.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to, grab the bottom of the cactus where all the grubs are kind of coming out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to rip it up so that I can have all the grubs inside the cactus.
Okay.
Like in the bottom,
Uh-huh.
like a cactus vase.
Yep.
And then I would like to start screaming, pull me up, pull me up, pull me up.
Okay. You're going to take 3 piercing damage, which you don't feel because of, your relaxed state.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Now, do you have any spells on you? The food is not technically a spell, or any persistent magical items.
The Horn of Fog.
The Horn of Fog? Okay.
And then I have, potions.
Okay.
Yeah, Horn of Fog is not a persistent, though.
Okay, so as you start going up and as you're kind of shoving these grubs back into the cactus, they start kind of glowing, like a little flash of light. And you feel like you can hear tiny little screams almost as they just kind of are periodically flashing. And you can see some sort of magic going over you. You'd have to roll me an Arcana to know what it is. Or sorry, you're an occultism caster, right? You can roll an occultism on this if you'd rather. Yeah, you're not sure what's happening. That was a 16.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stick my leafy hand to trap them on the top, and I'll say, "No, don't get upset. It is okay. I was lying before. Come to me. It's all gonna be just fine."
Toby, thank you very much for the 200 stars. We've got a blessing being sent out for
Whoa.
Sapisto. So I'm going to be rolling for
Whoa,
what
what?
deity is blessing Sapisto for a generous donation. All right, so for the rest of the session, Sapisto is blessed by Aristil. You will get +4 to your perception, and the first round of every combat, you will get an extra action.
Wow.
Wow. Well, thank you, Tobuscus.
Sapisto, our star attraction.
Quite literally. All right, so you guys pulling them up?
Yep.
Yeah. At the screaming that almost sounds frantic. Reichland hands the rope to Regina and says, "Quick, pull!" And helps
Regina
her pull.
pulls.
I also aid in pulling.
Okay, yeah, you guys get them up pretty quick. It's pretty uneventful. You know, there's some warm breezes kind of gusting up, blowing you back and forth a little bit. And you pull them up, carrying a big spiky cactus. Now, about halfway up Sapisto, the glowing stops, and the grubs are just
Okay.
kind of wriggling.
They liked my song. I knew it.
And you're back up safely. You guys get them up there.
Okay.
Excellent. Is
All
the
right.
cactus like stuck into my wood flesh?
Yeah, it's probably like, it's sticking
Okay.
into you pretty good.
You have to surgically separate me from the cactus, and I don't even feel it.
Uh-huh.
Well,
yeah.
Reichland uses the medical tools that are on your bandolier to help in this separation.
I think they like me, Reichland. I sang to them, and they stayed in the cactus.
Very good. Next time, let's discuss a plan before we do this, okay?
It was taking so long, Reichland. I need to sleep.
Right. Okay. We'll give you a nap very, very soon, okay? Petunia, do you have your container for the grubs?
And Petunia pulls out a jar and stands up from where she's been making braised short ribs in like coffee, and comes over with this jar that like is glowing blue, and like opens it up and just offers it to be filled with these similarly colored grubs.
Okay. Reichland graciously takes the jar, and then she helps Sapisto gather the grubs.
Okay, yeah, you're able to empty a big old full jar of grubs.
Does Reichland notice the glowing of the grubs in this process?
They are no longer glowing by the time Sapisto gets up.
Well, methinks that we got this one right. Good job, Sapisto. Way to be a man of action. All right, where to
Right.
next?
Oh, well, next you must speak to one of the fish people.
Okay.
All right.
What are they called?
Locathas.
Yes. That.
Lokatha? Is this a knowledge check for?
Yeah, that
recognizing
would be a society.
society.
I'll let you go ahead and roll.
You want me to roll?
Yeah,
with,
go
with
for
all
it.
my rolls that I've been having.
I
today?
do.
Okay.
It's entertaining me, Jason.
Okay, society.
Yep.
Okay, this is with a 15.
Hey,
There you go.
that's a 28.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you know that Locathas are an aquatic race. They look kind of like a reverse mermaid's a good way to put it. They have like kind of like the legs of a humanoid, more of the upper body of a fish.
Okay. Any other traits about them that I would recognize?
Typically aquatic. Let's see, 28 society. They tend to have kind of blander personalities than they actually feel. They don't like have like the standard emotion expressions that land folk would have. They sometimes will sound a little down when they're actually happy, etc.
This is totally reminding me of the moose-like race in Mass Effect. The characters that start every expression with their emotion that they're trying to portray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised. Aw. You did. Okay.
And we're trying to get grain from them. They grow a specific kind of grain that.
A specific kind. Would they know which grain we're speaking of if we're asking
Yes.
for?
Mhm.
Do they speak our language?
No,
Okay.
they speak Aquan.
Aquan? Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting.
Yes.
So
I do not
indeed,
speak Aquan, which is why I need one of you to speak it.
You got something for that, Reiklin?
Do we?
Do you?
Me? No, I did not come prepared for that. Stand by. Reiklin is going to hunt through his pack. Because he's kind of a Swiss Army knife kind of caster.
A Swiss scroll knife.
Swiss scroll knife, yes.
I feel like it should be Swiss Army Scroll.
That's better. Yep.
I like it. It's approved. Okay. Nope, he does not have a scroll of that, which is
If he
funny
needs a
because
spell slot, I might be able to provide that.
like to replace a spell slot.
Prepare whichever one you want.
He does have spell slots. Yes.
Would that help you in this situation?
Yes, it would. Go ahead.
So Petunia, as you are thinking about this, Petunia pulls out a lollipop and stuck inside of this bright red lollipop. I mean, it is like flaming red with like a little strip of green and a little strip of like orange inside of it, but stuck inside of it is like a full scorpion.
Like almost like a scorpion stuck in amethyst.
Yes, but it's inside the lollipop.
Okay.
And she just hands it to you.
Is the scorpion alive?
No, it's dead.
Okay.
It's like been like crispified, like roasted or something. She just hands it to you like you're supposed to eat it.
Thank you.
She says, "This is a scorpion habanero lollipop."
You know, interestingly enough, close to where I was raised, there are some who eat these particular arthropods.
Yes, it is.
Do I have to eat all of it?
Yes. I suggest taking it slowly and drinking plenty of water. It's spicy.
Okay.
And has a little kick at the end.
Looking
That
at the
might
others.
because of the tail. Could also be because of the habaneros. And a little bit of the ghost pepper.
Right. Okay. Well, my home folk are well known for their spicy foods, so I'll give this a try. All right, so he starts to lick the lollipop while looking forlornly at the others.
Natasha, I'll let you take what this tastes like.
It tastes like what a fireball feels like. As well as like the texture of like hot Cheetos.
Okay. So as he takes the first lick, he almost drops it. And then looks at the others.
Doing all right there.
Are you sure that water will help with this?
Maybe milk.
Right.
Franklin, that cannot be so bad.
And she like out of just somewhere, like a pocket. Maybe you're not even sure. She just pulls out like a glass of milk and hands it to you.
It's like video game logic. Just
an open glass of milk.
Yeah.
Thank you. He quaffs like half of it after this
And it
first
just
couple
like
licks.
refills.
So on the bright
All
side,
right.
Reiklin, this is quite the experience. And, you feel kind of invigorated. You feel a stronger connection to Nethys because just this knowledge of you've never had flavors like this. This is new territory, right? Mm-hmm. So once for this day, you gain the ability to spend 3 actions to restore either 50 hit points or immediately prepare a new spell of your choosing.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'll be poring over something real quick. Let's see.
Darius,
What's up?
carry me.
I pick up Sapisto and put him on my shoulder. Doing all right there, friend?
Could you hear my song?
I could. It was very lovely.
The grubs liked it.
Well, that's good news. Without your song, I'm sure they wouldn't be here.
No.
Okay. Reiklin is going to swap out his 4th level water walk for a 4th level heightened version of comprehend languages.
Oh, you don't even have to swap. You can just gain it.
Oh, it's just an additional spell?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, then.
It's one potent lollipop.
Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so he gains comprehend language at level 4, which allows him to target up to 10 creatures who can also now speak the language as well as comprehend the language. Okay. I imagine as he gets to the scorpion itself, he nimbly nibbles at one of the exposed appendages and crunches down on it, and then quaffs like as much of the milk as he can as he does so. The scorpion, I imagine, probably is a nice hot point, just absorbing all of the extra flavor.
Less spicy than the rest of it.
Okay.
It's because all your taste buds are numb.
Yeah.
Or burnt off.
Yeah.
I was the scorpion, mate.
So he finishes it, unless you want to describe any portion of it, like the last part or anything like that, and looks over at Zarias and says, "I'm not sure, but I may be having a return visit from all the milk. Excuse me one moment." And he rushes over to the edge, gets down on all fours, and heaves.
Zarias kind of cringes and then laughs.
Nimbly nibbling on the numbing number. Nimbly.
Oh, I'm so glad Sapisto got the hot chocolate.
Just out of curiosity, did you both correspond with what these effects would be and all these ingredients and things?
She designed the flavor and descriptions, and I designed the effects.
Gotcha. Fun.
Yep.
Okay. So Reiklin comes back over after spending 3 additional actions, not only taking care of some things, but also gaining a new spell for the day. Thank you, Petunia. He looks very flushed. His eyes are still leaking tears. Let's go see the local natives, whatever they're called. And he just starts walking in a direction towards the inner part of the island.
Those are Lucatas, mate.
Lucatas, sure. Okay, let's go talk to them, please. Now.
Quite excellent.
Nethys nerd nimbly numbling on the numbler. Nethys nerding numbler.
Zarias just pats Sapisto on the head.
So as Petunia is leading you guys to this next location, she is familiar of where the Locatha is located. There is kind of and you can kind of see it on the map here. There's kind of this very precarious stone bridge leading across to the next island, which is where you need to go. Anything in particular you guys want to do going across this bridge?
Perception on wind gusts or other potential hazards.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you roll that.
You want me to roll it?
You're on a roll.
Okay, here we go. Perception.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you can tell, you can feel the gusts coming up. They don't feel too terribly strong. I mean, they're not going to go throwing you off. Maybe if you were unprepared, they could startle you a bit, but nothing that's going to forcefully throw you off as far as you can tell.
Okay. Reichland looks over at Petunia. Have you walked this precarious bridge before?
Yes,
Is it dangerous?
not to me.
Are there any
Right.
secrets we want to know before we cross this thing?
Don't fall.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay.
And Petunia like pulls out of a pocket and turns to Regina, and she says, "This might come in handy for you later." And in her hands, she has a donut, and it has this like glaze over the top of it, and like poppy seeds sprinkled on top, and like white sugar powder. And she says, "Eat this if we ever get in danger, but not before then."
All right. Thank you.
And she just hands it to her.
She puts it in her little pink purse.
Meanwhile, Reichland is pulling all the rope out again. I'm thinking maybe we should tie ourselves together just in case.
How long is the gap?
It's probably about 60 feet.
Mind the gap. Never nibble on the nibbling nibbler. Zarias,
Yes,
don't worry
Apista.
about me if the wind takes me away. All we are is dust in the wind.
Well, you see, Sapista, I'd rather not have to retrieve you, so you'll just stay here with me. Is that all right?
Hold me tightly, never let go.
You will be a kite in more than one
So
sense
my
of the
monk
word.
robes have a hood. I tuck Sapisto into the hood.
Very good.
Ooh.
Is his head kind of sticking out like a little blanket?
Yes.
I'm like a baby Bjorn, but I'm just look like a potted plant.
Okay, Reichland insists on tying everybody, including Sapisto's ankle, so that we are at least all attached to each other.
Are you reaching down to tie his ankle into Zarias' hood? So you're
Yes.
just like
Yeah.
in the hood, and I'm just sort of.
Yep. The final end. He nimbly wraps it around Sapisto's ankle, pats Sapisto on the knee, and nods to the others when he's done.
Nimbly seems to be the word of the night.
Nimbly.
Yes.
Well,
Nimbly.
it's Reichland's the one being all nimble. No one else is nimble.
Now,
Something
does
tells me you've put that in my head.
does
Reichland.
Petunia get tied up, and or does she let them tie her to the rope?
Reichland offers.
Petunia would not believe it's necessary.
All right.
Regina will lead the way.
Okay.
Does Petunia go first or behind everybody else?
She would go behind Regina if Regina wanted to go first.
Okay. Yeah, you guys cross this rope. It's a little bit scary. There's some warm breezes washing you over. If you look down, you get some vertigos. You just see clouds down below. But you guys get across safely.
Oh, Zarias is loving it. The view is amazing to him. He's going to paint this later.
Reichland is
lovely.
learning that he has another fear. Not of heights necessarily. It's more heights over vast expanses of nothingness.
Maybe that's your fear. It's just vast expanses of nothingness.
Oh, water has a lot more than just nothingness. So
This reminds me of my cliff diving days.
Oh my gosh, I love Regina so much.
Gina's lived life. All right.
certainly has.
So
Okay.
as you guys cross this gap and you kind of wind through some colorful forest, you guys eventually come upon this clearing with what just looks to be a quaint little farmhouse. Just a little kind of patch of grain that's clearly growing. And inside the pond, you guys can see a fish head just kind of sticking out of the water. And it kind of turns towards you guys with just a blank expression.
As we're walking along, I'm talking with Regina about her cliff diving days, and I say, "Oh, really? You've done cliff diving too? My people did cliff diving as a ceremony when you get to a certain age. That's how you prove that you have reached adulthood."
Oh, yes, I've done it for many years. Many years.
Excellent. You'll have to tell me sometime.
All right. By this time, Reichland probably hasn't bothered untying everybody from the rope, so we're all just kind of just attached to each other. The distance that we have is about 8 feet between each person.
All right.
Okay.
Reichland's like, let's just keep it like this.
Let's just keep it like this. Like, yeah. Reichland is learning just how high-strung he actually is when in a place that you have no idea what to expect. Okay, so he ceremoniously casts a spell. It looks like he wiggles his fingers around his mouth and whispers a couple of words, and then he lightly touches every individual in the party, including Petunia. And all of them are now able to comprehend Aquan and speak Aquan.
Okay. So yeah, as you're doing this little ritual with this spell, the fish head is going to kind of slowly drift closer towards the shore of this little pond, and then will slowly kind of ascend out of the water on legs. And it's just going to slowly walk towards you all.
Is it wearing anything?
Yeah, it's wearing just kind of like standard farmer's clothes that you would see on the material plane. Nothing pretty common.
Dripping wet farmer's clothes.
Yep.
Reichland is very sensitive to water, and so he's just watching this whole thing. Shakes his head a little bit. Hello, how are you today?
And it's kind of got these big unblinking eyes and very big lips kind of in front of its face. Hello, are you the new locals?
We are not new locals, but
I'm sorry, I meant to say staff.
Staff.
No, we're just visiting for the day.
They are temporary.
I see. Are you here for more grain?
That's right.
And you're aware of my currency?
No.
Ah.
I'm
Thank you
snoring.
for the effects. Snoring and Aquan.
That was the effect I was trying to go for. Bubbly.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of speaking this unfamiliar, strange kind of bubbly language here. I have no need for coin here. I like to bargain in riddles.
Riddles, eh?
Yes.
Are you looking for new ones then?
That can be. But for the grain, I require witty answers. Clever. Just kind of stares at you.
Collectively, or from a single individual?
It turns towards Petunia. How much grain do you need?
I'm making ravioli this time.
Turns back to Reichland. A single riddle, then.
Very well, then.
Where did you learn to speak this language?
My 17th husband spoke it before.
That is many mates. That is not the riddle, however. Are you ready for the riddle?
Certainly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good. Now, for this, if you guys consecutively as a group want to try to give an answer, you can. If you're completely stumped and don't want to attempt an answer, you can attempt a very difficult intelligence check. So that's where we're going to go with this riddle. So it's going to kind of clear its throat. There's going to be some kind of gill things on the side of its neck kind of flaring as it does so. I am the beginning of sorrow and the end of sickness. You cannot express happiness without me. Yet, I am in the midst of crosses. I am always in risk, yet never in danger. You may find me in the sun, but I am never out of darkness.
You, my friend, are the letter S.
You are terribly clever. So quickly.
And without consulting the others either.
It
That's
is
because
quite
I knew the
bold.
answer.
But did you really know the answer?
Oh, I did.
See, I thought I knew the answer.
He nimbly knew the answer.
I've told you, Reiklin. I'm here to collect stories, and riddles are a form of story.
Very well then, okay.
The fish kind of looks up at Sapisto and then looks back. And it's going to kind of from underneath his tunic, going to pull out this very beautiful green and golden scarf. It's dripping wet and is going to kind of display it around its neck. For one so witty and clever, would you like to provide me with the riddle? To bargain for this scarf. I found it and I have no need for it.
All right. Give me a minute to think for one.
Give me a comprehensive riddle that I cannot solve. I quite like being stumped. Also give me the rights to use it for a future bargain.
Let me consult with my group real quick.
Indeed. Petunia, lovely to see you.
Quite lovely to see you too, and so lovely to be able to converse with you this time around.
Yes, I did not think you knew this language.
Well, quite luckily this group was able to teach it to me.
Your last staff did not either. They just kept relentlessly pushing coin at me.
Yes, they were quite pesky.
Indeed, these ones are better. I like these ones.
Yes, perhaps I will hire them again.
I would quite like that. Business is slow these days.
Yes, well,
I'm in a bit of a riddle debt.
perhaps I will bring you some riddles for free.
That would be wonderful.
All right, folks. I've got a few ideas. I will put them out of character and putting them in our Discord chat for you guys to look at.
Lovely. You know what? How about we do this, guys? This is a good time for a break. Let's do a break. You guys can browse those riddles,
Yes.
and then we will come back shortly. Yeah?
Okay,
That work for you
Yeah.
players? It's a little bit early for a break, but
Yeah,
Sure.
that
good
works.
time.
sure.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right, guys. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes with hopefully a very tricky riddle. We'll see y'all soon, everybody. Okay, we are back from break, everybody. Thank you for hanging around while we took a quick break. We have had the Goldbloods discuss their riddle. We are refreshed and we're ready to go. So, this Lokatha here is anxiously awaiting your riddle.
Okay. So the Goldbloods have been conferring with one another. Reiklin reminds them that they only have an hour of duration for this particular spell, and they think they've come up with one.
Okay.
Although Reiklin has one as well that he wants to share, but he'll wait.
All right, my friend. So the riddle is this. I cover cities and destroy mountains. I make men blind, yet help them see.
Cover mountains, but destroy cities.
Cover cities, destroy mountains.
Cover cities, destroy mountains. I make men blind, but help them see. Just kind of stares Zarias dead in the face with unblinking eyes for a very uncomfortably long amount of time.
Zarias just smiles the whole time.
You have quite large teeth.
Oh, thank you. I pride myself on my teeth. They're quite good for chomping.
Yes.
It's
Quite
also
excellent.
a compliment amongst his people.
Oh, I know.
You're quite a considerate person.
I just
He's
saw
also
chicken
probably-
cordon bleu. Oh, that's in the chat. I thought somebody was saying the answer was chicken cordon bleu. I was like, I don't get it. Very good. I don't understand. Please tell me the answer and give me the rights to use it.
The answer is sand, and you can use it anytime you like.
Oh, very good. Yes, very good. Yeah, I had no need for this scarf anyways. He's gonna pull it off and like flip it around Zarias' neck. It's dripping, soaking wet. Probably gonna splash a little bit on Sapisto.
Zarias doesn't mind getting wet since his people are water dwellers.
Hey.
Thank you, I love it.
Now, this is a greater dancing scarf, by the way.
Greater dancing scarf.
How
Okay.
appropriate. Reiklin grins and says, I have an extra to share. This one we decided not to use for the official riddle, but if you'd like it, I think it might be appropriate too. And he gives a wink over at Petunia.
This will be just a tip. I have no other goods to give away right now.
It's fine. I just wanted to share it.
Very well.
You use a knife to slice me head and weep beside me when I am dead. What am I?
Such a clever bunch. I don't know.
It's an onion.
Onion. May I have that one too?
Aye, you can.
Ah,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
Petunia appreciates it too.
And
Alright.
Petunia smiles and winks as if she understands.
Petunia, you must make these your permanent employers. No, employees, I'm sorry. Do
If-
not give your business away. It's lovely.
The staff?
If they would have me, I would certainly consider it, although I think they might have better things to do with themselves.
What better is there than cooking and riddles?
I truly do not know.
Well, we are in a competition in hopes to gain access to an Osirian tomb. Very dangerous, but very prestigious.
I don't know what that is. He's gonna go walking away and kind of slowly walk back into the water. Head's gonna disappear, and he's gonna come back up with a very soaked bag of grain, and just kind of plop it in front of Petunia.
Well, thank you for
Excellent.
doing business with us.
Yes,
Thank you.
anytime. Thank you for taking the time to learn my language.
Aye.
And- Petunia picks up the sack and then just kind of like looks at it and just kind of pokes in the bottom edge of it, and it just kind of shrinks down to like small, and then she puts it in her pocket.
Nice.
Reiklin is just flabbergasted. Did she cast a spell at all for that?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll a check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a check.
Reiklin's gonna just keep trying.
I want to see if this train continues. That didn't look like any particular type of spell that was cast. It looked like some kind of very neat trick, maybe a magical item. You didn't quite catch it.
Just for the folks at home, that was a 16 on the die, a 29 for Arcana. So there you go.
Wow.
So the Lokatha is gonna kind of give a nod and then just slowly walk back into the pond and descend.
Reiklin's just starting to think that Petunia is an artifact.
I've been picturing him like old Greg this whole time.
I like that.
Like which one?
Like old Greg. Tell me a riddle, boy.
Oh,
Let
that's
me know your
hilarious.
secrets.
All right, back to
All
you
right,
guys.
Petunia, what next?
Well, next, we are going to go over to some trees right over here. And, well, I need some ants.
I was
And
assuming when you said trees, you meant ants, but in this dimension, I have no idea. Maybe your goats give milk and meat from that.
No, those come from goats. The goats, the milk and meat come from the goats. But the ants, they're pepper ants, and they live up in the flowers of these trees. And they're like large blossoms, and you shake the trees, and the ants will fall out. But they do bite, and actually, it's part of why they have their peppery taste, is because their bites are slightly acidic, and so when you eat them, right, you taste the acid, and they're peppery and delicious, and they're great as like a garnish on the ravioli. But be sure not to get bitten when you shake them from the tree. And I just need you to fill up this jar. And she produces like a little jar and hands it to you.
How big are these ants?
Just like little ant size.
Okay. All right then. You said shake the tree.
Yes.
How massive is this tree?
So it's not a very large tree. It's got big pink leaves, white blossoms, but the base of it's actually quite thin and shakeable.
Okay.
But a very full, thick top.
All right then. Okay. Reichland has an idea. He is going to... You remember that canvas that we made way back in our very, very first campaign?
I do.
So he's been holding on to that for a while, and he's going to pull it out and lay it out on underneath the tree.
Okay.
And then he's going to have everybody step back. And
well, let's move over to this tree on the map, shall we?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So here you all are. So yeah, Petunia will lead you guys to the tree. She's familiar with where some of them are at. They tend to be near water. So as you guys can see here, there's kind of a nice little lake, some kind of glowing flowers coming down from a little waterfall over here, and a very bright pink tree with some white blossoms on it.
Okay. He'll lay the canvas. It's a 15 by 15 from... Oh, I'm trying to click on the wrong screen. Sorry, one sec.
I think you can access the drawing tool here if you want to draw out where you're laying it.
I've never used it. Okay. It's the brush.
Uh-huh.
Draw shape. Okay. Lay out a 15 by 15 canvas, something like this.
Okay. Lovely.
Tells everybody to kind of get around a corner of it, but stay away from underneath the tree.
And as you're looking up this tree, you don't see any ants anywhere on it when you're looking around currently. It's a pretty thick topped tree, but just glancing at the tree, you don't see any.
All right. And then he readies a level 4 heightened sound burst spell. And he's going to put it right about... There's me doing the same thing that you do with the shapes there.
Right? It happens.
Yep. He's going to center it right here in that spot. It is a 10-foot burst, so it should shake the side of the tree from the air that it hits.
Okay.
So that we don't have to basically stand underneath the tree and have the ants rain down on us.
Okay. And is this where everybody's positioned here while he's doing this? Is Sapisto still on somebody's shoulders here?
So, Reichland...
Sapisto's asleep in the hood.
Okay.
Sleep in the hood.
We had both moved to the exact same spot.
And so he instructs... the idea is I'll shake the tree when none of us have to be underneath it. And then we rapidly cover all the ants with the tarp, and then... we can dispense them through one of the folds.
I shake Sapisto awake. Oi, friend, we need your help.
Oh, I'm coming, nimble.
Go take that corner over there.
Natasha, you make sure you have control of this token here for me.
That's a cool token.
I do not have control of the token.
Okay, let's see here. This represents... I know what I have to do. I know what I gotta do.
Hey, you made Sapisto smaller.
Yeah,
Cute.
I did, yes.
Sapisto, make sure to watch out for the ants that are going to be raining down in a moment here.
What? I'm gonna look up.
Now, do these ants have to be alive?
Yes, it's best for them to be live.
Okay, go ahead and try moving it now if you could, Natasha.
Is it on the right layer?
Yes, it is. Character Petunia. I know what I have to do. Sorry, quick tech assessment.
Is Lucy lurking?
No, her name is stuck in the game for some reason, even though she's not in there. So, Okay.
I didn't notice that.
How about now?
Nope.
How about that one?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Just, a few steps we got there. Okay. So you guys are surrounded around this tarp, and where are you going to be standing, Petunia?
Right over there.
Okay.
Away from the action. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
This is why we get paid the big bucks. Okay.
Okay. And go ahead and
Okay.
what you're doing
Is
here.
there a sense motive equivalent in this version?
Perception. Let you sense motive.
Okay, I'm going to roll to see how she's feeling about these ants right now. That's a 16.
Yeah, you're not really sure. She seems to just be standing back.
Okay. All right. Reichland nods to everybody to
Stand right
make sure
there.
they're all ready.
Mhm.
And then he puts his hand up as if to blow in it, and then waves his hand, casts the spell, and closes his fingers down, and there is a giant pop as a burst of sound erupts, almost deafening everybody.
Okay.
It is up in the air and next to the tree to cause a sound wave on it.
Okay, so that sound shakes the tree quite good, and you see these little yellowish ants kind of come trickling down out of the tree. There's probably about like 6 or 7 of them. They fall on the tarp and kind of start skittering around. And then we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you, because Sapisto had no idea that pop was going to happen.
Even though Reichland explained what was going to happen.
He slept right through your explanation. Darius woke him up right after. So he was just standing by this tarp thinking that the ants were going to actually start raining down like from the sky. He was just going with it. I'm going to roll a will save.
Uh-huh. That's not a very good will save.
That's not my will save.
That was a 4.
I don't know who is that.
That was
red
Regina's
dice is.
perception.
Oh yeah, that's initiative.
Okay. So you guys can go ahead and add your own initiative. Now, Natasha, what you'll do is you can just roll me a d20 and then add your perception bonus for this, and then let me know what your total is.
Okay. 22.
Oh no.
Ooh, right.
Reichland.
Reichland's
Gosh
having a
darn
rough
it.
day. That's another
Wow.
nat one for Reichland.
What
That
did you want me to add?
Wow.
So you'll add your perception to this one.
Puts me at an 18 perception.
So I have.
Oh my gosh.
That one
That's
automatically
size
puts you
of
to the
A 33.
33. Okay.
That's 6 or 7 ants.
No, we're getting there.
Okay.
There's more.
Okay, so for initiative, we've got Petunia, Sapisto, Zarias, Regina, the Swarm, and then Reichland. So a few ants fall down, and then shortly after that, just thousands of these things come swarming down this tree here.
Hang on a second. How did I end up with a -1?
Nat ones always put you at the very bottom.
Oh,
Unless-
really?
Unless somebody else gets a nat one.
I did say shake the tree.
All right, Petunia. So it is your turn. You see these things swarming down, and you have 3 actions, and use them how you would like. We need some less relaxing music.
I was just gonna say, Piso's just gonna lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah. What's ironic is I just used my.
Oh, so Pisto, did you include the +4 for your blessing?
I didn't.
Okay, so
Oh.
28, and remember you'll have an extra action your first turn.
Is there like a
Nice.
delay?
Yeah, you can hold if you would like.
Oh
Totally.
yeah, I'll just hold.
Okay.
She wants to see how they all take care of this.
That's totally fair. Okay, so Pisto, it's
She
your
has
turn.
plenty she could do, but she doesn't want to like whip out like that thing at
Oh yeah, she's paying good coin for this.
Yeah, truth. Oh boy. Okay, so I see a ton of ants just booking it down this tree.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Okay, so
they bite.
Now, so for this token to explain, this is a swarm. It's not actually giant spiders. That's just the closest I could get to little ants. So this is a big swarm of ants covering that area.
So it is that size, right?
It is, yeah, it's a swarm that size. So that's like the area the swarm covers. They're not humongous ants. They're itty bitty. There's just a lot of them.
Oh, I'm
Can we
familiar
get a
with swarms.
reminder of swarm rules?
They take extra damage against area effects, which the sound burst that I just used would have done. But you know.
And actually go ahead and roll the damage for that.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Probably why they're so angry.
Okay. Well, then I will roll the damage for my spell. Preemptive damage. Yay. They do take a, I believe, a reflex. Let me just double check.
Oof. Villain point time. Because
You
that was
rolled a 1.
That was a nat 1, so I'm going to go ahead and spend one of my villain points and re-roll that.
Of course.
Another nat 1. Come on.
Well, not much better.
close.
What's your DC?
DC 25.
Okay, so that's a fail, not a crit fail.
Oh, it says here fortitude. Interesting.
Okay, that is the same.
Okay. So they do not fail?
They fail. Just
Oh,
not,
they do.
They just don't crit fail.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay.
Who's got the jar?
That is a good
I
question.
believe Reiklin took it.
Okay. So Reiklin has it.
Reiklin seemed like the man with the plan anyways.
Right. So he's holding the jar in one hand. He's got his hand down at the tarp, and he's looking up at this swarm coming down, and his jaws dropping in surprise. It would be, for some reason, it's not doing the damage, so I'm just going to roll 4d10.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So this is sonic damage. 25.
Okay. Yeah, so the tree shakes. A few of the ants come falling down, skittering. A whole bunch of dead ones kind of fall down after the sound burst, and then the swarm just kind of comes flooding down the trunk of the tree angrily.
Regina yells, "Open the jar!"
We can mage hand the jar into the ants and then take care of the rest.
Okay. Reiklin is scrambling with the jar, but he's definitely not ready for this.
And what is Sapisto doing?
He stifles a yawn. And then he looks over at Zarias, and he and he casts haste on Zarias.
Okay, so Zarias
Awesome.
is hasted.
And then
That's 2 actions.
he's going to use 1 focus point to do Inspire Heroics.
Okay,
And
this
then,
is new.
Yeah, it's new. You call upon your muse to greatly increase the benefits you provide to your allies with your Inspire Courage or Inspire Defense composition. So I'm going to Inspire Defense. So I'm going to do a perform check. The DC is usually a very hard DC of a level equal to that of the highest level target of your composition.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that perform. Oh, who took
Here.
the scarf, by the way? Zarias has it right now,
I
right?
have it, yes.
What was that one?
What was what one?
Oh, that was your one that I saw.
Yeah, that was mine.
Sorry, I just flicked to the page and I was like, I didn't roll anything. That's not my one. That's not my one. Okay. Here we go.
Wow. Yep, that's a 37, so you kill it. You crush it.
19.
So, the critical success is the status bonus from your Inspire Courage or Inspire Defense increases to +3.
There you go.
So everyone has a +3 to their armor class, +3 to their saving throws, and I'll get back to you on the damage reduction.
Okay. And that was all for your actions, yes? A haste, Inspire Heroics, and a defense. Okay. Zarias, it's your turn.
Okay, does Reichland still have the jar? Can I take it from him with a mage hand?
Uh-huh.
Sure,
Okay.
he's willing.
Mage hand's 2 actions to cast, correct?
One, I think.
One?
Unless I've got this noted wrong.
I'll check it out. You go ahead and continue otherwise.
Take it and open the jar.
Somatic, verbal. So yes, this is just a mistake in my sheet. It's 2.
Okay, cool.
Take it in what?
Open the jar.
Yes.
I'll let you mage hand it over and open it as your 2 actions.
That's what I do then. So do I get it over there and what happens?
With the jar?
Yeah.
Oh, you get it. You have an open jar.
Okay, I push it over in front of the spider or the ants.
Okay, so you're scooping some ants with your mage hand. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. You scoop some ants.
So mage hand, it can move slowly up to 20 feet, but this is heightened. It can move up to 60 feet, if I'm seeing this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So from Reichland, that'd be 5, 10, 15 to get over to the swarm and get some. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I scoop up the ants and it's floating in the air close to Petunia.
Okay.
I don't think it moves that speed. It's just the range increases.
You can
So I
move
think
it in
it
directions.
still moves at 20.
Oh, does it still move at 20? Oh,
Range
okay.
is, so 20 feet. When you sustain the spell... No, yes, it's 60 feet. Range increases to 60 feet, and you can target an unintended object with a bulk of 1 or less. So, it's range. I see. Gotcha. Yeah, so
Okay.
so 20 feet's worth.
Okay. Then, yeah, I
Got
move it over
another
there,
move
scoop up
action.
some, and then have it start moving that way.
Okay.
Did
Yep.
that fill it up?
Yeah, you got a bulk worth of ants, which is quite a bit.
If you bring it back to yourself, can you then run it over to her? Because you have an extra move.
True.
Just saying.
I also need the lid.
No.
Well, I
Or they're
close
just
the
gonna
lid
be
as it's
going
coming
everywhere.
back to me. Yeah, I close the lid as it's coming back with the mage hand.
Okay. So 5, 10, scoop. Yep. Okay.
Real quick question. So, spells, like if I have a level 2 cantrip that increases as I level up, right?
Mhm.
Because it auto heightens.
Uh-huh.
So I'm level 9. So does that mean make the cantrip level 4?
Yes. It's always half of your level rounded up.
Okay, so 5.
Right. 5. Yes. Thank
okay.
you.
So then if my
It's usually equivalent to the highest level spell you can cast.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. So then if it's as well as resistance equal to half the spell's level to physical damage, then that would be 3 or
Half
2.
the spell's level?
Uh-huh.
So it's always rounded down for those things.
two.
So 2.
Okay. So everyone's resistance is 5 then.
Sweet.
Cool.
Okay, so Zarias, 2 actions. You mage hand, you scoop ants, and you get the jar back to you. It'll have to be an interact action to actually close the lid.
Okay, then I interact to close it, and that's my 3rd action.
And then you've got one more because of haste. That can be a stride or an attack.
Yeah, this,
I'm just kidding. It's just +2 because it's the +3 is the status bonus only.
Gotcha.
so +3 bonuses, 5 DR,
2 DR, +3 bonuses and 2 DR.
2 DR. Okay.
Well, I think I'm just gonna stay where I am for the moment. I think I'll actually take a step back. That'll
Okay.
be fine for now.
All right. So Zarias scoops some ants. It's Regina's turn.
All right. I do my cone of cold breath at the rest of the spiders in the tree.
Oh, with your axe. Okay.
Yes.
So you'll need to interact, draw your axe, and then 2 actions use your breath.
Yes.
And then that's a reflex save. Is that correct?
It is a 28. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oof. We're gonna villain point that.
Oh.
Soak up those villain points, baby.
Okay. That was a 2 on my dice. Into a 5. Roll 20 hates.
Wow, the same thing happened
unbiasedly
earlier.
tonight. Okay. Yeah. So Regina draws this axe, lets out this huge breath of cold as the runes on this axe glow, and the rest of the ants are just frozen solid.
Nice.
I imagine. So how much damage? You can roll the damage, but I'm pretty certain
Let's see.
because they are weak to cold. So congratulations.
Oh, nice.
I do not have this one here. $13.
Okay, 13. Yep. Between the sonic damage and that, yep, they're frozen solid. And we are
Cool.
out of initiative, so you guys came
Whoa.
prepared with your AoE damage.
She just tucks the axe back in her purse.
Petunia claps.
Well done, everybody. Good thinking, saving the ants before killing them. That was a good idea.
Thank you kindly. I take the jar and I walk over to Petunia, and with a bow, I hold it out to her.
She takes it and does this little flourished curtsy.
Reiklin sheepishly rubs his hand over his stubble, head of stubble. He's definitely seeming like a little abashed, just not thinking on all. He doesn't feel like he's performing the best today.
Now, from the few ants that fell into the tarp there, Reiklin, you can see that there's sizzling coming up from the tarp, and they just melted holes right through it.
She really did mean acid. All right, well, I'll just take care of this. And he takes the tarp over, puts it in the water, and leaves it there.
Just leaves it.
He's still laying down on the beach of this pond, still playing his Inspire heroic defense, and just sort of strumming a little lazily. Everybody gonna be strong, be strong, be brave and strong for the chef lady. Get those ants and put them in the jar for the lady.
With my scarf, I dance to the song.
The scarf kind of twirls very elegantly with you as you dance. It's very nice looking.
Regina walks over and picks up Sapisto and pats him on the head.
I just put my arms around your little shoulders and your neck, and I just fall asleep like a little baby.
Okay, so you guys got a bunch of frozen ants. The few that were in the tarp kind of skittered back up the tree, and Petunia has a nice jar full of ants.
Okay. Well, good work, everybody. So, Petunia, do we have the goats to visit then?
Yes, right over that hill over there. There should be some lovely goats. Now, I must warn you, they are quite large.
Okay.
And we must milk them first before you get their meat. You can't milk them afterward.
Oh, I see.
Milk first before meat.
Yes.
It feels like it feels familiar. Okay. Milk before meat. Okay. I'll do it.
Roiklin,
Aye.
do you have that excellent spell of yours prepared that makes things friendly?
The calm emotions. I have one.
Let me try something first.
By
May I
all
borrow that scarf?
Sure. I hand it over.
So we make our way towards the hill.
Okay, so let's move you guys over to the goat. Okay, so as you guys kind of go up this hill, there's kind of a circle of trees, kind of like a little grove with a clearing in the middle of it. And I'll put you guys over here. So you guys over here. Very large goat in some kind of viney vegetation. There's like a little mound of viney vegetation there. And a very large goat. So like this is like slightly bigger. This is like bigger than a horse-sized goat.
Like the size of an elephant.
And it's sitting there just kind of chewing on some of the vegetation. And are you guys attempting to stealth or anything here?
Reichland looks over at the others, shrugs his shoulders, and then he's going to make an extra perception around the area to see if there's anything else in the area.
Yep, go ahead and what's your perception bonus?
Perception is a 17.
A 17. Yeah, you do not.
Okay.
I will do the same.
Okay, what's your bonus?
14.
You also do not see anything else in the area.
I will do one as well. My perception bonus is 13.
Yeah, no, neither do you.
Okay.
I'm kidding about this thing being quite large.
Lady Regina, what was your idea?
So
I will stun it with a performance.
as you guys are walking up, it seems to hear you guys, and it kind of like turns towards you with like kind of like a mouthful of vegetation, and it just has like the biggest, most adorable, bright blue eyes, and it just looks like it's like almost about to cry, and it just kind of looks at you like deer in headlights.
Aww.
So I taps the pistol on the head. Do you have any songs to inspire good performance?
Its name is Tom.
Wait,
Tom?
You've named this
T-O-M?
one?
Tom.
Tom.
Is Tom standing on the bed of my deceased brethren?
So this is a mound?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's not like a very big mound. It's just like kind of like a little risen pile of thick vegetation that it seems to be munching on.
And you want us to kill Tom in order to get the meat?
After you milk Tom.
All right.
Very well then.
First of all, I guess I'm going to stare in disbelief at Tom with my perception check. One moment.
And for the viewers, that was a
22. It gives
All right.
like a tiny little, very small for its size, and it's just staring at you guys, looking very
I
sad.
have been raising Tom since she was very little.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper to Regina. I'm going to say, clearly, the chef is evil. We cannot undertake this task. I'm also going to roll a nature check on Tom.
Okay. Yeah, Tom. So that's a 29. Tom is not a normal goat. Tom is some kind of magical creature. That's not a normal goat.
Okay.
The eyes are far too adorable and unnatural looking, and it's far too large.
Regina,
Yes.
maybe retract what I said before, because this Tom, upon second glance, is not a normal goat. Something is amiss.
Well, then let's try and get on top of it.
What?
I think we should try not to upset the goat until we're ready to milk it.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what do we have to do?
No.
And Petunia produces a bucket. What? And it's quite a large bucket.
Would you please perform a song to inspire good performances?
How large would you say this bucket is? Like a bulk? A light?
This bucket's probably like 2 bulk.
2 bulk. Okay.
Regina, I am sorry to say that. Well, the acting world is very cutthroat and dog eat dog. So the only performance that I inspire is my own. I can inspire you to hurt and destroy things, which is really, when you do it, it is an art form in and of itself, but I cannot make you sing better. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine. Please
Sapisto,
play me that song.
do you have a performance that will keep it entranced?
I can do my best.
I'm going to try and dazzle it.
Very well then, go ahead.
Would you play Regina's song to start?
Reiklin
Um,
nods to Zarias to take the bucket, and then
take it.
he is going to pull out his shield and just be ready to cast something, just in case. Okay, Regina, you're up.
Fantastic. So would you play her a song? It doesn't even have to be a magic song, just play her music.
Yeah, Sapisto will start playing a little jig.
Fantastic.
Like a relaxing sort of like Muzak elevator music jig.
Pick up the pace a little bit. Let's have a little
All
dance
right.
tune.
It'll be like
The goat turns towards you and just like right in Sapisto's eyes, just like horrified look. You think you can see tears forming under the eyes.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop playing.
So Regina starts dancing very nicely with the scarf and starts singing. So the scarf gives a +2, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So I am going to do a performance against it. And then that is medicine. Ignore that. Okay. So
That's also quite Regina. That's medicine. Don't pay no attention to that.
So it is a 28. And
Particular flourish is medicine.
this is going to be my ability for fascinating performance. So it needs to make a will save. Or a will DC.
Okay. What's your DC here?
So it was 28.
Okay, that is a fail.
Fantastic. So it is fascinated by me.
Okay, yeah, it looks away from Sapisto. It just stares at Regina with its big, adorable eyes.
I make my way in quickly to milk it.
Go milk it, please. And she just keeps dancing around and singing.
Zarias, ask his permission. Her permission. Wait.
So
I'm gonna look at Petunia.
Is that necessary?
Tom is a lady.
Yes, ask her permission. Get consent.
All right, Tom. I'm going to milk you. Is that all right, dear? I get underneath and
it's just staring at Regina.
I'll take that as a yes, and I get to work.
Okay, I need you to roll me a nature check, but substitute the intelligence for strength for the bonus.
So it really is the strength of nature.
Yeah, I like chat suggestion, so we're going with chat suggestion because it's good.
Is milking a dexterity or strength check, says somebody.
So my trained is now 11, and then my strength is a 3.
I feel like it
So
should be
this'll
charisma,
be-
but that's just me.
This will be
Sapisto thinks
plus-
everything should be charisma.
It's true.
I think this will be
Charisma
plus
with
2
a
from
little
this
bit of
roll
that.
then.
Okay.
So it's actually a 30.
Wow, that's so high. Okay. Yeah, Zarias just never knew he could so expertly milk a huge goat.
Oh, Zarias has handled all sorts of things like this, you know. He's been all over the place. He's had to milk a few goats.
Look, that is a walking example of nimble.
I imagine this has to be like monkey bars or something. Like Zarias probably has to put his whole body weight into this.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's like ringing a bell. That's really what this is.
that's a good analogy.
I feel like this is one of those things that none of us will ever be able to unsee.
Yes, Zarias is actually doing like because they're so large, this is like martial arts milking.
No, yeah, this fills up the bucket very quickly. The goat is just staring at Regina. And the milk is like this glittery golden milk.
I take a small flask out and fill up some for myself and put it away.
Okay.
And then I take this back to her.
You said we have to kill this thing.
Yes, you have to kill Tom. I will turn away while you do it.
So Regina,
So Tom seems to kind of shake off their performance, and it stares back at Sapisto with a little meh.
so Regina wants to stop singing and just yell and charge at it.
And Petunia just turns away and like sticks her fingers in her ears.
What are you
In slow
charging it
motion.
with?
Before you do that, can we get in position?
It's Regina. Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She turns, says, "You're sure we have to do this?" Okay, and does it. No inquiry or anything.
And then in slow motion, Sapisto's like, Regina. No.
What weapon are you using here, Regina?
It's going to be my cane.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
And so I'm going to do, So I'm going to rage first. First action rage. And then I'm going to do my sudden charge ability.
Okay. Thanks for that villain point, chat.
All right. So I rage, run up and attack. And then this is going to be cane rage. A 31.
Okay, so that's a crit. So Regina is charging up at this thing, and as like you're clearing the last little distance, Tom just like gives this horrid little meh and just lays down on its side and just takes it. And when the cane smacks it, the goat just explodes into this cloud of glitter, and there's just like this nicely packaged chunk of meat left behind.
I feel so bad.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Reichland is standing there with his jaw dropped. He's never seen or expected anything like this before.
Sapisto falls to his knees.
Yeah, because I crit, did my cane do anything special?
Oh yeah, it did.
It packaged the meat.
Regina, your hair turns
What?
green.
What?
So this glitter happens, and then like this little flurry of snow comes radiating off of the rune in Regina's cane, flurries around her hair, and her hair turns green. This is the Fey rune that's been on Regina's cane.
So very slowly, Sapisto's gonna pull his horn of fog off of his neck, and he's gonna blow a long and forlorn tune into it. And then as the obscuring mist flows around, he's just gonna stand up and turn around and walk off into the mist.
Okay, so Sapisto's walking away.
Yep, into the mist.
So as that horn bellows and the mist kind of forms around, Regina's standing there covered in glitter with her hair green.
Oh my god, it's horrible. She turns around and she's like Carrie, but just glitter all down her front, breathing heavy.
This mound starts to kind of tremble and writhe a little bit. Regina and Reichland here, you're going to have kind of a hard time standing up.
Uh-oh.
Can I make
Oh, great.
an acrobatics check to like do a side flip out of here and run?
Yeah, you can start running. And as you do, we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Perception based?
Yes, this will be perception based.
Alrighty.
I need to move you for just a second, Sapisto. Thank you. Let's grab.
Oh, snap.
Okay. So Regina, as you kind of turn to run, you can see these huge writhes of vines just come jetting up, and they look like they have these mouths kind of full of teeth. And there's just huge clusters of them here, here, and here. And let's see. So we've got Reichland with the 27, Zarias 26, Regina with the 29. Let me get my character sheet popped out here.
You can just throw me in at the bottom of the round.
Sapisto's a 0.
Sapisto's a 0. You did get a +4 to that 0, but you know.
Yep.
Sapisto just can't.
He can't even dry out of that.
Okay.
I'm very sorry for the glitter death of Tom.
Sapisto's only been alive for
That
a
was
few
so
years,
depressing.
and he did
And
see
wonderful.
his guild master murdered in front of him, and I think that was the most violent thing he'd ever seen in his life. He's gonna need to like
Did,
get real with
did
Erastil.
Regina pick up the package of meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was grabbing the package and going to leap away. And Petunia, you were at 28, correct?
Yes.
Lovely. And Sapisto's a 0. Okay, so initiative order, we have the enemy Regina, Petunia, Reichland, Zarias, and Sapisto. And this enemy is up. So Regina, you're going to run here. And this thing is going to strike down at these vines with you here.
Okay.
Fighting with its teeth. It's going to be 39 against your AC.
Okay. Let me see. I think that'll hit.
Are we flat-footed?
No, that rule doesn't exist in this edition except for rogues. Okay, so you're going to take 20. That does not crit you, Regina, right?
Let me see.
Sapisto's armor bonus is not still continuing currently, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that would.
Correct. No, he's not playing that anymore.
Okay, so that's going to be 24 piercing damage, 12 acid damage, and this thing bites you and kind of constricts around you here.
Okay.
Okay, and then this one right here, a flurry of vines are going to dive at Regina.
Now, would that be considered a manipulate action?
For what?
The constriction, would that be considered a manipulate action?
No, it's part of the attack.
Okay.
Okay, and then that is going to be a 32 for this
That'll
next
hit.
attack. Okay, no crit there though, right?
Nope.
Okay. So that one's going to be 12 piercing damage plus 6 acid damage plus 10 more piercing damage. So 22 piercing, 6 acid.
Okay.
And then this last one here is going to attack Reichland. 35 versus your armor class.
That will crit.
Okay, that's going to be 26 piercing damage and 16 acid damage. And you are now
26,
grabbed.
26 and 16?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So he's kind of bite you and then wrap around you there. And that's the enemy's turn. Regina, it's your turn.
I want to eat the donut.
Okay, so that will be for the donut, a single action to eat.
Okay.
And that effect. What does the donut taste like, Natasha?
The donut tastes like a mix of lime and lemon. And
Ah,
it is
Lemon
sprinkled.
lion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. And it is sprinkled with sugar and has a white sugar glaze.
Now, this makes you feel crazy energized. You enter the equivalent of a rage. It does stack. You gain +4 to your damage rolls, but you cannot use anything with a concentrate trait for a minute.
Cool. And it stacks on top of my current rage.
Stacks on top of your current rage.
So you're like in a sugar rush rage.
All right. Let's see. So which one's grabbing me?
This one right here in the center is grabbing you.
So would I be one closer because of that grab, or?
No, it doesn't pull you in. It just kind of leaves you right there.
Okay, cool. Well, then I want to attack it with my cane. as an
Okay.
action. So.
No.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay, that was a nat 1, and Regina is using a hero point.
26.
Okay, a 26 against this is going to miss.
Does that include your additional strength from the extra rage?
Rage does not increase your attack anymore, just your damage.
Okay. Well then.
So you're trying to like bat at this thing here as it's grabbing you, but like it's just got you so constricted you're having a hard time really getting a good hit on it.
What would I have to do to get away from it?
So you could try damaging it in a certain way, or you could try an athletics check.
I want to do an athletics check so that I can run out of range.
Okay.
Let's see. 22.
You do not get out. This thing is strong. It's got you tightly grabbed there.
Oh, okay. Does that take an action?
It does.
Cool, then that's my actions.
Ate a donut, tried to beat it, tried to get away, and it is Petunia.
Oh, Petunia thinks for a moment. Pulls out one of those lollipops. Pops in her mouth. And it's just kind of sucking on it. And then kind of gets this face. And then with like this gout of flame, just opens her mouth and like forms this fireball. And it just kind of gushes out and tumbles towards one of the plants.
Okay, which one would you like to... Now, so Fireball, you get a target in a specific square in its range. So where would you like to place it? And it will go 4 squares out in every direction.
Yeah, so, it's not gonna catch it. Let's catch...
I believe if you target right there... well, maybe not.
You could get all 4 of them.
Yeah, if you
Or
go
all 3 of
about
them.
right back here, you can get all
What?
3 and not Regina.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
1,
do
2,
that.
3. Because these corners here, since these are huge, are technically the enemy's square.
Yes, do that.
Okay. So that's a reflex DC. So what's your spell DC?
Spell DC is 28.
Okay, so we're going to go left to right here. So the first one is going to fail. The second one is going to fail. The third one is going to succeed. So these 2 are going to take full damage, and this one's going to roll half. So go ahead and roll me your damage on that.
Give me 1 moment. Roll.
All the D6s.
Oh,
We've got
snap.
1, 7, 9, 12, 22,
By the way, you can
27.
roll multiple.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do that very quick.
That's okay. Here, if you click the little D20 picture, and then it should have advanced roll down in the middle. Then you can choose how many of what type of dice to roll.
Okay. It wasn't telling me. Okay.
I'll have you re-roll and do that because I don't trust my math.
Okay. Roll 8d6. There we go.
Okay, so that is going to be
That's a worse roll.
That was a very low roll.
3 1s and 2 2s in there.
Yeah, so that was 8d6 for a total of 19 damage on these two here, and then it's going to be 8 damage on this one here. But these things scream as this fire hits them. Like the vines start making this like shrieking sound and kind of freaking out. They're going to drop Regina and Reiklin here.
And she just goes back to...
Gotta finish off the sucker. All right, so anything with your last action you would like to do, or just continue with your sucker?
And then she kind of just starts moving forward just a little bit.
Zarias looks at her impressed and says, "That's quite a neat trick you got there."
Yes, trick.
Oh, and you can move 5 squares with a single action, by the way. I think I forgot to include that on your information.
Am I still hasted? Is that still active?
It's only 1 minute.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so Petunia threw a fireball and then moved. Reiklin, it's your turn.
Okay. All right. It's not rough terrain here in the plants, is it?
It is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, now that he's been freed, he is going to attempt to move 1, 2 to there. Does anything happen?
Nope.
3, 4, 5 to there.
Okay.
For his first action. Knowledge check on these vines. I guess that's a religion? No, not a religion. Sorry. Nature.
Yep. What's your nature bonus?
It is a 6. However, it is untrained, which means I get a +4.
Okay.
Because I'm a human who tries all sorts of things.
Okay. So, yeah, with your check there to recall knowledge, these
I'm sorry. It's just a 6.
Just a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
They look like plants of sorts. They look like they have mouths, which is kind of unusual. And they look just like they really did not like fire.
Gotcha,
That's what you gather from that check.
Sorry. I realized that I already put the bonus in there.
Yeah,
so
no, you're okay.
it's bad. Okay. Okay, so that's 2 actions there. He will, for 1 action, let's see. Does it look like this thing can reach him from where it is?
No, it looks like he's just out of the reach there.
Okay. For 1 action, he will do a... he'll raise his shield.
Okay.
That's it.
Zarias, you're up.
All right, Zarias is going to start doing a very complicated-looking kata that's going to take me 3 actions. And at the end of it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right here, a black flame drake appears. I'm using Summon Dragon.
Okay.
Ooh.
And what creature does that summon here?
A flame drake.
Flame Drake. Okay. So... hold, please. Roll20's thinking about it. Let's try that again, shall we? That's not a flame drake. Don't lie to me, Roll20. That's not a flame drake. Let's see. Let me try this. Roll20 just... Okay.
Did you just replace everything with these?
I didn't do this. This is not me.
This is Zarias. It's the only thing he can think of right now.
We're refreshing Roll20 here.
It's just a plant-shaped dragon, that's all.
Okay. Let's see here. Get the music reset. And let's try that again, right? I feel like you have to crit fail because that happened, Dalton.
No! That's not my fault.
Zarias summons another plant.
Oh, gosh.
I don't understand Roll20.
Does summoning in this work with you just use all the 3 actions and then it
It's
just
this
happens?
plane.
Yeah.
This is all you're gonna get on this plane.
I can drag me out.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's a little smaller. It's that big. Okay.
Yeah, I just take the 3 actions and conjure an animal or a dragon to fight for me.
Okay.
And I can sustain it up to a minute.
Cool.
Level 5.
Yep.
All right, and was this where you wanted it here?
30 feet away from me is as far as I can place it.
Okay, let me get my handy-dandy measuring tool.
2, 3, 4. That's going to be right behind above Reichland.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how will that work? Do I control the dragon?
Yes, you do. So you have to spend an action to give it 2 actions, kind of like an animal companion, and then it can do anything that summoned creature can do.
Okay.
So I will give you control of that.
Reichland raises his shield. Something stirs behind him. He looks and there's a dragon. Ah!
Okay. So do you have the stats pulled up for that and everything, and you know what it does?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Very good. Okay. So yeah, dragon right there, not a plant. Sorry about that. And it's Sapisto's turn.
Okay. So I
will
in
yell
the...
out just really quickly. That's Molly Dragon. Don't worry.
Oh. Okay, good. So I do hear that. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So the fog it's a 10-foot by 10-foot square. So I walk out of it pretty quickly.
So dramatic of Sapisto.
I know. So I think I see everything that happened.
Also, a reminder from your blessing donor, you have 4 actions this turn.
I do, and I'm going to use them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with my first 2 actions is I'm going to, when it loads, the suspense is killing me. Okay. Dimension Door is 2 actions, yeah?
It is, yes.
Okay. I'm going to Dimension Door from where I am onto the dragon, onto his back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Haste upon the dragon.
Okay.
And I'll start singing my bardic performance, but it'll kick in next round.
Okay, wonderful.
Ground control to Major Tom.
And Dalton, that drake is large, correct? I have that right
Yes.
size. Okay. Good. All right, and is that Sapisto's turn?
It is.
Okay. Okay, so we have got the enemies here. So they are going to attack Regina. This one in the middle is going to attack her first.
Oof.
That is a 32 versus your armor class.
That'll hit.
17 piercing damage. 10 acid damage. And then you are grabbed. And
Reichland reacts and
Uh-huh.
makes a motion to his own his chest, and he takes 15 of this damage.
Okay, so reduce that damage by... So take 17 piercing and... Nope,
Okay.
12 piercing and no acid.
And it still grabs me even without a crit?
Still grabs you. And then the other 2 are going to attack you with all their multiple vines kind of lunging at you at the same time. So the first one, going to be a 32.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is going to be... Gotta roll these extra. 30 piercing damage and 11 acid damage.
Okay.
And then the one to the other side is going to do the same thing. 31 versus your armor class.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's going to do 27 piercing damage and 7 acid damage.
Okay. I'm negative.
Okay, so Regina is dying 1. And that is... so Regina, would you like to heroic recovery or would you like to move above these in initiative?
I'll do heroic recovery.
Okay, so Regina spends all of her remaining hero points, stands up at 1 hit point, loses the dying condition.
she's entangled by all these plants.
We'll say with the heroic recovery, she kind of stands up and shrugs it off.
Cool. Alrighty, my turn.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I move out of their range,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fireball them.
Ooh.
Okay. Is this from it? Oh, did you go? Did you take a sorcerer feat this level?
No, this is from a... Here, let me pull up the ability.
Oh, it's your rage thing, huh?
No, actually, it is not. It...
I'll just stop guessing.
Oh, what was it?
Our wonderful GM did confide in us during the break that he's not good with riddles. Apparently, also guessing abilities.
It's true.
It's actually just my 3rd level spell.
Okay. Very cool.
Okay, so fireball will be 66.
Okay, and what's your DC for this?
My DC for this is... What are spell DCs again in this one?
Charisma based if you're a sorcerer, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll be trained in it.
There should be a spot on Roll20 that shows your spell DC.
Yeah, you go to spells,
I don't cast many spells on her.
and then it should be your spell DC, which should be underneath your spell attack roll. It's a grand total of 10 plus your casting ability plus your training, which is usually
Okay, 24.
24. That one didn't appear. I'm sorry. I'm trying to unbreak roll 20. Okay, 24 is your DC. We'll go left to right again. Okay, I'm going to villain point that one. So that will, at the very least, be a success. Okay, so that's going to be a success there. The second one... You know what? Let's villain point that one as well. All
It
as
was
the
off
villain
by
points.
1.
Okay, that one's going to be a critical success.
Whoa.
And then the last one will also be a critical success.
Ooh.
So half damage here, and then no damage on these two here.
Those numbers were a 22, then re-rolled to a 27.
Which goes up to a
ended
29.
up at 29, yep. And then a 23, which is off by 1, so you re-rolled, and it became a 39. And then the final one was a 35.
Okay, and what was the total damage there, team?
20.
The total damage was 20.
Okay, so yeah, this one screams as the fire kind of engulfs it. The other two, like the flames just kind of got caught up in the vegetation there. Okay, that is Regina, yes?
Yep.
Petunia, it's your turn.
Petunia.
And the chat's giving me a villain point.
It's all the League of the Hunt coming out to help out.
saunters up to Regina, still sucking on her sucker. And then she fishes in a pocket and pulls out just a little golden gumdrop and just kind of like pokes a finger in Regina's mouth and just shoves the gumdrop in there.
It's a Hall's fruit breezer.
And what are you casting here?
That is a 2-action heal.
Awesome.
I'm getting the Mentos Fresh Maker commercial song in my head right now.
Let me get my dice out.
For
so that I
sure.
can roll 48.
I'm going to try one more time if Roll20 won't break the Flame Drake while you do that. I'm going to be very sad if I see another plant.
That will be 52.
Oh no.
That will be 52 hit points back to Regina.
Oh,
Nice.
Huge
very
heal.
nice. Thank
Wow.
you.
Okay, so that was a move and a 2-action heal, so it is Reiklin's turn.
Okay. Reichland looks over at Regina, looks down at himself and does a dancing jig, waves his hands around, and tendrils emit from him. And he will exclude the one plant that it would normally catch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2 plants. He'll exclude the 2 plants that would catch in this. And this is a 3-action heal.
Gotta love that feat.
Yep. So green tendrils erupt in a giant nova, and as they touch each person in the area, they cling to them and heal them.
Okay.
Okay. This will be just the regular 5d10. So that'll be 33.
There
healing.
we go. That was a good roll.
Yes, it was.
That's a big 3-action heal.
An 8, a 9, a 7, a 6, and then it has a 3.
So, I'm just guessing you don't actually only have 48 hit points, right?
I don't think that's been updated.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I was like, man, what did you do to your con?
No, I should be at 78.
Okay. Cool.
Probably fix mine too.
Okay, so Reichland did a 3-action heal. It's your turn, Zarias.
All right, so I'll spend the action to sustain the dragon and give it 2 actions. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe summoning spells, I think that's what happens when you sustain, you get it. And it will have an additional for a striker stride from Sapisto hasting it.
Awesome.
Yep.
So as
combo.
far as that goes, do I do that right now or do I do that after I finish my stuff?
It can go in tandem with you on your turn.
Okay. I'll just do everything for me first then. So
Okay.
sustained, then I'm going to cast a fireball at level 3.
Okay.
And I will drop it in the back where I can hit all of them.
Man, you guys didn't even know, but you came so prepared with fire.
What's funny is Reichland came prepared with a which one was it? A Searing Light level 3 as well.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah, so
so
they need to beat a 25 DC.
25. We're going left to right again. Success.
25 on the dot.
That one's a fail, and I'm going
22.
to use a villain point. Right, so would you like to hero point to my on the money success?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Thought you might. So that we'll see if it crit fails. It does not. Okay, and then here's my reroll, which is you're at 25, so that still fails.
Yep.
And then the last one is a crit success. So it's going to be full damage,
fail.
full damage, and no damage.
Alrighty. Damage roll was 27.
Okay. Okay, just screaming in fire, not liking it very much. 27. And no damage there. Okay. Is that Zarias' turn?
Nope.
Dragon, right.
Dragon is going to spend 2 of its actions to do a fireball breath.
Wow. Okay.
So dropping it in the same spot. This will be a DC 22.
Okay. And this is just a fireball again. It's a burst and everything.
Yep.
That's very cool. DC 22, left to right. Success. Fail. Fail. 2 2s in a row, man. Okay. So half damage on the left and then full damage on these 2 here.
Okay, 18 is the roll.
Okay.
Couple of 1s and a 2 and a 3 in there.
All right, and then I have to roll a 1d6, and it can't use that again for 3 rounds.
Okay.
Has an extra move or a strike.
And sorry, the total
Yes.
damage was 18. Okay, so. Okay. All right. That's Rise now, correct?
It has 1 more action because of the strike thing.
Okay.
Or haste.
Stride or strike. What would it like to do?
It's going to stride over to this one.
Okay. Alrighty. That was Rice's turn. Sapisto.
Okay. So I am going to start a bardic performance. Inspire heroics.
Mm-hmm.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, and Sapisto's on the dragon, yes?
I am on the dragon.
Cool.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You didn't see it coming, but at the same time you actually saw it did, and you laid right down to take it. Now you dead. Ooh, we're munching on some meat leaves all by yourself. Pretty eyes of blue, and there was nothing I could do.
Bravo.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna inspire heroics to do inspire defense. So that inspire heroics is a free action. Inspire defense is 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll my perform check now.
That's a nat 20.
Yes. Boom.
You nail that performance. Is very appropriate with your actual performance.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so everyone gets a +3, and damage resistance is +2, or 2 resistance 2. Okay, and then for my last 2 actions, I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast a 2-action soothe on Regina, if I can see. Well, I think I can reach Reiklin. So I'm going to do a 2-action soothe on you, Reiklin.
Okay.
Okay, let me pull it up here.
As long as you don't target yourself. Falling asleep while riding on a dragon seems like a dangerous thing to do.
It certainly does. Okay, so I'm going to do it at a level 2. So I'm going to do 2d10 plus 8. So that's going to be 17. hit
17.
points.
Cool. I think that tops him off.
Excellent. Okay, my turn is done.
Okay. So it is now
Close. 7 off.
the enemy.
Poor little Sapisto was so emotional and so passionate that the performance was bringing us all to tears.
Does the Drake have any reactions, Dalton? Triggered on a stride.
Reactions. I don't see any.
Okay, so this thing is going to move up to here, and it is going to make an attack against the dragon, Sapisto, and Reiklin. So this is against the dragon first.
I lied. It has attacks of opportunity.
Okay, would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Sure.
Okay.
Finish him.
Yeah, that roll's not what you want to see.
Yeah. Hurry.
Plus 14.
I wish I could just give you the character sheet for it, but roll 20 broke, so
25.
25 will miss.
Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be a 41 versus the dragon.
Okay, that'll hit.
Wow.
Crit, I imagine.
41? Oh my gosh.
That will crit.
Okay. So that's going to be 30 piercing damage and 12 acid damage. And the dragon is large, so it is not grabbed. Okay, then this one is going to be against Sapisto here. That's a 40 against Sapisto.
Oh my gosh.
Is that going to crit?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, your armor is +3.
Yeah, I think that still crits.
Okay.
For sure.
That's going to be... And the damage I'm giving you guys is not including your resistance given from
Oh,
your
wait.
things.
No, it doesn't. Or no, it does.
Okay.
Dang it.
Remember, though, your resistance from the food as well. But the total
Oh, wait.
damage...
I have resistance from the food.
Yeah, you have DR5, and then you also have DR2 from your song.
Yep.
7,
So,
right.
7.
And those don't normally stack, but from the food, I'm going to let it stack, because that food is just
That's
very
nice of you,
special.
Thank you.
Okay, so 36 piercing damage and 18 acid damage.
Ooh.
And you are grabbed. And then this one's going against Reiklin. That's 42. Rolling like a
Yeah.
monster now. Crit, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm 28 with the modified, but it's still not enough.
Okay, 28 piercing damage and 18 acid damage.
28, 18. Okay.
So did you say mine was 36 damage? Is that right?
36 and 18 acid.
Very consistent on the acid.
Okay, that is that single one's turn. Reiklin, you're also grabbed.
Grabbed.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one is going to move up and it is going to attack Regina and Reiklin. It's a 42 against Reiklin.
What?
Yep.
28 piercing damage and 18 acid damage.
That'll drop him.
Okay.
Well,
and-
let's see. I didn't reduce the damage from the previous attack, but I think even reducing the damage on this, that's 4 off of it. It was 20 what?
28 and 18 acid.
Oh, would your performance protect my dragon?
Yeah.
How much does it protect it by?
3.
Okay.
Okay, so Reiklin is dying 3 because he was dropped by a crit.
2, dying 2.
Dying 2.
Uh-huh. And are you wanting to heroic recovery on your turn, or would you like to get moved in initiative behind the enemy?
Or right before the enemy.
It has to go either right above it. Right before it. That's what I mean.
Gosh, I don't know. Thing is, so he had a reaction after getting hit by the previous plant. What would? Well, I guess I can't ask because it's too late now. Let's just heroic recovery now.
Okay. So he's spending all of Reiklin's hero points. He's at 1 hit point and not going down. Okay, and then this attack is going against Regina. 38.
That will hit.
Okay, that's going to be 18 piercing damage and 5 acid, and you are grabbed.
Now, would I have been able to attack the tentacle or mouth or whatever as a attack of opportunity?
No, not unless the attack triggers a reaction.
Because I do have, let's see. Okay. It's not considered ranged attack, so no.
Nope. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so it's got to stride twice here. So this one's going to move up and it is going to attack Regina. 35.
That'll hit.
Okay, it's going to be 18 piercing damage and 8 acid damage. And that's their turn. Regina, it's you. You are grabbed by this one.
Okay.
Reiklin, you're no longer grabbed after your heroic recovery.
Okay.
And I've been given a villain point from the chat. They are ruthless tonight. Here we go.
Man.
Rude.
It's the competition. Well, it's kind of the competition.
Okay.
Is this Wade that was the guest last time?
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the competition.
All right. Well, then I will magic missile, I suppose, the one that's holding me.
Okay.
And I will do it as a 2 action. Let's see.
Oh, and Natasha, I am assuming you have Vital Beacon up, by the way.
Okay. That would be
That's a thing people tend to cast at the beginning of the day, so.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Yeah.
I mean, like, her as a caster would probably reasonably going on an adventure have it cast, so.
I was like,
as we touch
oh,
her,
that's
we
a
get healed.
useful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that took so long to cast.
Yeah, I figured. So we'll assume you have it up.
14 damage against this one.
14 damage against that one, and that is force damage. Okay. Yep, so these are these the cats?
Yes.
Okay, so spectral missile cats go
And
flying
peaches.
into these vines and does some damage. And that was 3 action, correct?
2.
2.
2, okay.
Did it drop me?
It did not.
Yeah, what a jerk. Okay. Can I hit it? Whatever part of it's holding me?
You can. Uh-huh.
Cool. I'm going to attack it then with my cane.
Okay.
For a 32.
32 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that is going to be a...
Also, my villain point has been kindly redirected to Zarias.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Change of
So
heart.
that is 29 damage, plus my magic missiles would have done 4 more as well.
Ah, right. Okay. So 29, 33. I can math. Okay, so you smack that. You bludgeon into it with your cane, but it does not let go, and it is going to use a reaction and attack you back here.
Dang.
With a constrict. So this is going to be 14 damage as it kind of squeezes you when you hit it.
Okay.
Okay. And that is its turn. Or no, that's your turn. It's Petunia.
Petunia's unhappy being right where she is.
Now, just so you know, Natasha, in this edition, unlike D&D and Pathfinder 1, op attacks are very uncommon. So things have kind of replaced them with reactions, which you saw right there. It took a reaction when he attacked it. But as you've seen, people have been moving around these things and not getting op attacked.
I have a hero
That's
point now as
probably
well.
Okay.
Oh, you were given a hero point?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Share to
so-
my story. There we go. Wade's dishing out the love now.
So
Oh, nice.
I am going to move away.
Oh, and from Jason. Different Jason for Regina. Sorry, I'm shuffling hero points here. So let's see. So we got one for Regina from Jason, and then Wade changed his from Regina to Zarias. I was one behind. So there we go.
And then how long does the sucker take to consume?
It is, for the sucker, it's an action.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, so she just kind of like finishes that thing.
Nice. And so that lets you take 3 actions to either heal or get a spell back.
Okay, so she's getting a fireball back.
Yeah, and you can, if you want, you can spend 2 actions now, 1 on your next turn, if you'd like.
What?
Oh, no, you're saying you want to consume it and get the fireball back for all 3
Yes.
actions, correct?
Yes.
So to do that, you'd have to stay where you were. So it'll be 3 actions to fully get the fireball back.
I recommend the move.
Because it's...
Yes. No, so she's going to move and then finish it.
Okay. And then it'll take 1 more action to regain it on her next turn.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So Petunia's crunching on a very spicy sucker.
And then if you come to Petunia, she has Vital Beacon up. Thanks to Wholesome.
Okay. And Vital Beacon means you can go interact with her to heal, just so you guys know.
Interact action.
Uh-huh. All right. Chat's policing my hero villain point dish out. I had a villain point for the first share. Then Wade shared for Regina. Changed Regina to Zarias. So I have a villain point. Zarias has a hero point. And Regina has a hero point. We're settled. All right. What you got, Reiklin?
Okay, well, since he did a heroic recovery, because he's so heroic, he is going to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to right there.
I mean, after all, part of our motto is we try not to die together.
And try not to die together.
So
that's
Tisa
right.
added a nice clause to that.
Yes, love it. We love it. Okay, and now he is going to spend a 2-action heal, and he is going to heal Regina for the big one.
Okay.
So this will be 5d8 plus 8 times 5, 40.
Yep.
So 5d10 plus 40.
5d10 plus 40. That's huge.
Okay, well, that was not a huge result on the roll. A couple of 2s in there and a
What?
3. But a 22 plus 40 is 62 hit points.
Very nice.
Still huge.
Wow. That's, yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
more necromantic green tendrils envelop Lady Regina and restore her health.
Okay.
And Reiklin is panting and looking over at Petunia.
Okay.
1 hit
Zarias,
point.
it is your
Okay.
turn.
Sustain to keep the dragon up, and then since Fireball is one of my signature spells, I'm going to cast it as a 5th level spell. And I think if I drop it right here, it should get at least 2 of them.
Let me take a look. Let me get my handy dandy measure tool, shall we? If you get it
I
right
think if
there,
I drop it here, actually,
But-
it should get all of them
that gets it.
without getting Regina, I think.
Right there gets that. Oh, see, right here gets that one, and it gets that one. Yep, you're correct.
Okay, so I'll drop a 5th level Fireball right there.
Okay, what's your DC?
25.
25. So we have got reflex saves all around, going left to right still.
Mhm.
That's a success unless you'd like to hero point it.
I will spend that hero point I just got.
Okay. Whoop. Let's re-roll that. So that's going to be a fail. So full damage on this one on the end. Now the one in the middle is going to fail, but we're going to let that one go. And then we're going to reflex on that one, which is going to be a crit success. So full damage, no damage.
Okay.
By the way, I'm down to 1 hero point.
Ah, yes. Thank you, guest.
Eating her snacks.
Using her extra snacks.
So damage is 27.
Okay. That's
Not great on 8d6.
doing some math, and okay, and that one took no damage. Okay, this one keeps like evading like
yes, it
every
does.
time. It's a very
I've
stubborn plant.
I've been noting that.
All right, so now as for dragon, I'm going to do that next.
And the dragon is grabbed, just so you're aware.
So what does that mean?
Just means he can't really move unless he wants to try to athletics out.
If they take fire damage, don't they release?
Ah, yeah, very true. Thank you. So yeah, this one drops. This one had Regina grabbed, correct?
The dragon
No.
isn't grabbed because the
This
dragon
one
is
did.
a large creature.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so it drops Sapisto and it drops Regina. Nobody's grabbed. Fire ouchie, it lets him go.
So the dragon is going to do a draconic frenzy, which means that it gets to make 2 fang strikes and 1 shell strike in any order.
Sweet.
All right, so
And which one is first?
this is going to be a fang strike, 23, that misses.
23 will miss.
Second one, 33.
And that's -4.
So
For this is a claw?
It's 2 fang strikes and 1 tail strike in any order.
Oh, 2 fang and 1 tail. Okay, so it's -5 then. Unless, does it say the multiple attack penalty isn't applied until the end? Or does it just say they can make them in any order?
It just says the flame drake makes 2 fang strikes and 1 tail strike in any order.
Okay, so that's a -5, so that's going to be a 28, which is going to miss. And then
29.
-10 on that one, so that'll miss.
Oof.
So Pisto doesn't have his +1 to attacks up, right?
Oh,
Okay.
nope, it's the armor and damage reduction.
He's going to do 1 more strike because he's hasted.
Okay, -10.
This is going to be a tail strike.
Okay, so that's going to be 22, which will miss.
Okay.
So these vines just kind of like, they're kind of tangling up around the dragon, deflecting its attacks, not really letting it get to like the root of the vines. Okay, anything else for Zarias or the dragon?
That's all we got.
Okay, Sapisto.
So
No longer grabbed.
So I'm just sort of laying in the plants right here.
You're on the dragon.
You haven't fallen
okay.
asleep yet.
Yeah.
You could
Okay.
jump off the dragon and move away if you wanted.
I don't know if he would do that. Oh, bless his little brainless head. Okay. So
He would dimension door.
no, he's just gonna Don Quixote it. So first, I'm out of focus points, so he's just going to inspire defense again. Cantrip like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Earth is blue.
So AC's only up by 1 now instead of 3?
Correct.
Okay.
But the resistance is still the same.
AC 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
AC and saves 1. Yep. And then, let's see. He's going to. How far away is? I think everyone is out of my 30-foot range, huh?
Uh-huh. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, everybody's just out.
Dragon's in your range.
That's true.
And the dragon is hurt.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will. Actually, I'm gonna soothe myself, which is potentially gonna put me to sleep.
It would be so great, though.
It would
And
be.
so soothing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it at a level 3.
Okay.
So
So
it's
the
gonna be-
spell will happen first, and then you'll make your flat check.
Okay. So this will be 3d10 plus 12.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'll take
Now
that.
fall asleep.
Right? He's like, I'm
so
I'm
good.
good with this. Okay, so
So
do
36
that.
for the health.
36. So 90. So back to 96. That's pretty good. And then it's a flat check, correct?
Flat check. Need to get an 8.
Okay, here we go.
That's a 6.
It
Sapiso
is.
soothes himself to sleep.
Yep. That's, I'll just sing my David Bowie to myself and then just sort of lay over on the dragon and put my little leaf in my mouth.
Now with your incredible role playing you've been doing this, I'm going to be kind and say you continue to perform in your sleep. Because, you know,
Nice. That is nice of you.
of course he would.
Nothing I can do.
All right, that's Sapisto's turn. So we've got the
It
enemy
is.
now. Okay,
So happy.
this thing here is going to have all of
I'll
the
be right back.
vines here lurch at the dragon. The 26 versus the dragon's AC.
That hits.
Okay,
Does not crit.
so that is going to be. Let's roll this damage here. I need to add some more to that. We're not done yet. Okay, so that's going to be, that was a low roll. That was 22 piercing damage and 11 acid damage. And then one more leaf here is going to attack Sapisto at a -10. And I do not believe a 18 is going to hit Sapisto. So, that is that one. This one here.
Is somebody helpless while sleeping in this game?
There's not really a coup de grace in this game, so yes, but it's not as devastating.
Okay.
Oh,
That's relieving.
true. I'll look into that in just a moment. Maybe he'll get hit. We'll do it when she gets back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one right here is going to make a leaf attack against Petunia, Reiklin, and Regina. So against Petunia, that's a nat 1. And because
Nice.
you're the guest, we won't hear a point against you. Critical fail deck on a nat 1. Catastrophic failure. Well, this would put it unconscious, but this thing's immune, so it misses her so horribly. Just one of the leaves just kind of flops into the ground right in front of her.
Can I do an attack of opportunity because it crit failed?
Do you have a reaction to do that?
Yes.
Do you really?
I haven't used reaction, and I do have attacks of opportunity.
Oh, no. No, it's an attack action, not an interact. Though you could have op attacked it on its way up.
Yeah, it moved over.
Well, then I'm going to op attack it.
Okay.
24.
24 will miss. Okay. This attack's against Reiklin. I really don't like Reiklin, I guess. That's a 40.
Yeah, that'll crit.
Okay, so Reiklin's going to go to dying 2.
Can just for the fun of it, Petunia just start glowing and everyone's convinced it just couldn't hit her?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. It just kind of like shied away on its attack.
The vital
there.
beacon kept the plant at bay.
All right, so Reiklin is at dying 2.
Okay.
Regina, this one's against you. 29.
And we've got a plus, so that
Only a
one
+1 at the moment.
will barely hit.
Okay, that is going to be 14 piercing damage and 4 acid damage, and you are grabbed. Okay. This one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second action there.
I'm going to... Can I attack of opportunity because it moved out of my range?
No, you've used your reaction already. Okay, this one's going to attack Zarias.
Okay.
That's a 41.
That'll crit.
Okay, that is going to be 32 piercing damage and 22 acid. And you are grabbed.
54 damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And that's their turn. Regina, it's you.
Okay. I'm just going to beat this one in front of me.
Okay.
$34.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that would be 27.
Regina, madam, how do you do it?
I just bash its head in until it's paste.
So it's grabbing you and you're just going to just beat it into the ground?
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember which one I used for my initiative token, so don't fear, but I'm just going to put a death token on it and leave it here.
Okay.
Everybody always gets so nervous when I do that, like, it's going to come back. Okay. Anything else for you? That was one action.
Yes, I am going to lightning bolt the one down here.
Okay.
Actually, yes, I'm going to lightning bolt it.
Okay, and that's a reflex save against, was it a 24 for you?
Let me double check on this one.
Oh, you count hit points upward, not downward.
I do. It's because you guys can see it on my screen here, so I tick it up so you guys don't know exactly when it's going to die.
I think that's a good idea because I've been like, wait, I could cheat here if I was watching carefully.
Yeah, then you can see how much you've done to it.
I understand. I was very worried this entire time.
You're like, oh, there's so much hit points left. Okay, that's
And
20s.
I was like, how are these things regenning?
They keep healing every time we hit it. All right, that's going to be a success, so half damage on this.
Okay.
Whoa.
22 damage.
22 damage, that's huge. Okay.
24 damage because it my plus.
Okay. All right, so you smacked, you lightning bolted, it's Petunia's turn.
And it was a cat made out of lightning.
Zipping lightning behind it, it's beautiful. All right, Petunia, what do you got?
Thundercats.
Petunia, is there a place that I can put the fireball that this isn't gonna toast someone?
I don't believe so at this point. Not if you want to get all 3 of them.
You can at least get 2.
I thought one of them was dead.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one in
you're
the
right.
middle is dead.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That
So
is true.
You could get 2 of them plus Regina.
And I couldn't just put it, like, back in the back corner somewhere?
I don't think so, because Regina's kind of between the 2 of them. Or if you go to the other side, then Reiklin and Sapisto are right beside it.
Can I just get one of them?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna
You
get
could
one.
hit Regina.
Whichever
With
one
a
doesn't look
fireball?
like it's hurting so bad.
I'd discourage that.
This one looks pretty beat up.
On the bottom.
Uh-huh.
So I'll hit the one that's closer then.
Good
This one right
plan.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to kind of throw the fireball behind it so it just clips this one here.
Yep.
Okay, and your DC is 28, correct?
Yes. And I do 25 points damage.
Okay, let's do the saving throw. Ooh, that is a critical success.
Can I spend my hero point to make you reroll that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that instead of a snack. Okay, let's re-roll it at a -2. That's going to be a 31, so still half damage, but not no damage. So your total was 25, goes down to 12 plus the weakness. So yeah, this one screams. I don't think this one. Yeah, this one had Zarias grabbed, so it drops Zarias.
Excellent.
It's very important for a spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you've got 1 action left.
No, I don't.
Oh, right, because you had to finish eating the sucker. Okay, Zarias.
Okay, sustain the dragon. And then I'm going to use my last 5th level spell and cast a heightened flaming sphere on top of this one closer to me.
Okay. That's a reflex save against what?
Against basic reflex save against 25.
25. That's a crit success.
Well, that
Because
sucks.
my dice are rude right now. Okay, no damage on that one, but you do drop a flaming sphere here, which I will grab. Okay, what is your dragon doing? Keep in mind it can use an interact to wake up Sapisto if you would like.
Yeah, so I will have it roar as its interact to wake up Sapisto.
And how does Sapisto react to that?
Oh, like, huh?
Then it's going to attack. I'm just going to have it do 1 tail attack here.
Okay.
That misses.
Uh-huh.
That's a terrible roll.
17.
Rough.
Then it's going to fly 50 feet up into the air from where it was.
Okay. And it's got... So, oh yeah, because haste, right? Okay. That's Zarias and the dragon. Sapisto, you just got woken up by a roar and you're 50 feet in the air.
Sapista's gonna end up thinking this was all just like some dream.
It kind of is. Oh no! Reiklin is laying down! It is not like him to sleep on the job! So I will turn back and look at the dragon, and I will say, "Goodbye, Drogon!" And I'm going to whoosh, jump off the back of the dragon,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna kind of sort of float down here.
Uh-huh.
Is that an action?
Yep.
Then I'm gonna go to Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Is Sapisto okay?
Got it! Can I get right there?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to cast a 5th level, 1 action, soothe. Wait, can I? I don't know. We're gonna have to find this out.
One
think I
action,
can.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be 5.
Oh, does Sooth have a 1 action version too? That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Just no 3 action.
Gotcha.
Okay. 5d10 plus 20.
For the single action?
Nope.
Okay, so just no plus 20, right?
Actually, no, I think it is. Hold on. I will look up the math, but that's going to end my turn, so you can move
Okay,
on.
so Reichland will regardless stand up and be wounded 2.
Gonna do some push-ups, I think.
Well, I have to stand up, don't I? I'm still
Yeah,
laying.
no heroic recovery, so you are on the ground.
Okay. So I have some positive amount. Wake up to a bunch of leaves, right? Isn't that usually how your heal works? Bunch of leaves hitting me in the face.
Yeah, but it looks like I can't because it's only 2 actions.
Oh, it's only 2 actions.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're going to scratch that.
Okay.
And instead, I'm gonna poke this one as hard as I can. And I'll say, "Hey, you! Leave my friends alone!
Okay.
I liked Tom. I didn't want him to die." Okay, I'm gonna roll my attack.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. +1 rapier. Yeah.
That's gonna miss, but I do appreciate his valor.
Me too. He's a good cat. Okay, that's his turn.
Okay, Reichland, you need to make me a stabilized flat check at a -2. Well, you need to hit
Stabilize.
you need a flat check of a 12 is what you need.
Flat check of 12. Okay, here we go.
Okay, Reichland goes to dying 3, which is 1 away from
That was a
Gonzo.
5, by the way. A 5.
Oh.
Okay.
Not a good track record tonight.
Okay, these things are going to go. This one here is going to do what's called a focused assault on Zarias. So all the
God.
vines are going to lurch at him.
Oh,
It's going to be a 31 versus your armor
That'll
class.
hit.
Okay, so this damage here, we're not done yet, is going to be... Oof, that was a big roll. So 35 piercing damage and 9 acid.
I'm down.
Okay, so
Oh.
that was not a crit, right?
No,
Okay,
it was not a crit.
would you like to heroic recovery or move behind this before this thing in initiative?
Heroic recovery would put me below them, right? So that they can't attack me.
Right, yeah, you'll heroic recovery after their turn.
Okay, then after them.
Okay, Zarias spent all his hero points here. 1 hit point. And then the last one here is going to attack Sapisto at a -10. This one's last attack, so it's a 21.
That misses.
Okay. This one's dead. And this dragon is 50 feet in the air, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. This thing's going to do its focused assault on Regina. 36 versus her AC.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 25 piercing damage and 8 acid damage.
Okay.
Okay, and that is their turn. Regina, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to attack this one. Right there.
Okay. Do you need to step up?
It's grabbing me, isn't it?
It's not.
Okay. Then yes.
All of its tendrils have to hit in order for it to grab.
No, just when it does the focused assault, it doesn't grab.
Oh, okay.
They just all kind of slap you around. 36 will hit.
Ooh.
Ah.
What are you doing?
A 25 in damage.
Okay, 25 in damage. How do you do it?
I bash my cane into it so hard that it goes right through it.
Okay, just right through a vine. All of them kind of collapse limp.
Kind of like it went right through Tom.
Bravo. All right, so that was a step and an attack. You've got 1 action left.
This is how a bash attack slices.
I want to yell, have the dragon pick me up, and then can I ready an action to hop on the dragon when it flies in range?
Readying actions in the system is 2 actions.
Okay.
I might not be able to do that anyway if I'm not awake to sustain the spell.
Ah, true.
You're heroic recovered, so you are awake.
Oh, okay, good.
You just have 1 hit point left.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well,
Anything
then
else with your last action?
Yes, I will. Let's see. 10, 15, 20, 40. I'll move over there.
Okay. Petunia, it is your turn.
Petunia. Let's see, what is Petunia gonna do?
This is a close one, guys. It's intense.
Yes, it is.
Petunia comes to here and then reaches over and taps Regina. And Regina's skin crackles and bark just begins to crawl up it and cover it.
Bark skin?
Bark
Yes.
skin. So you gain resistance 2 to bludgeoning and piercing damage, weakness 3 to fire, except I think this is actually higher for you. Hold up here. I think I forgot to put your heightened version in there. Skin. Heightened version. Okay, so this is actually resistance 6 and weakness 9 to fire.
Cool.
Okay, so that was a move and a bark skin, and Regina has never looked so barky. And it is now Zarias' turn.
Okay.
She might have, you just don't know all her stories.
That's very
very
true.
true.
I cannot confidently say that.
Right. So I am going to sustain the dragon and sustain the fire orb.
Okay.
So fire orb is going to do, he's going to need to do another reflex save.
Okay. I will get right on that. Okay, that's going to be my last villain point. Let's see if we can do it, chat. 25? I don't remember what your DC is.
25 would
25.
be on the money.
Okay, so half damage for this one. Oh no, Flaming Sphere is no damage on a fail, correct? Or on a success?
That succeed their save, take no damage. Yep.
Okay. So the vines are kind of just like unraveling and wrapping around this sphere as it's rolling around.
This one is a bitch, and I
very dodgy.
really hate it.
This one does not like to get hit.
The one on the right is the one that the poor goat fell on.
It has a vengeance.
Okay, then for my last thing myself, I'm going to move away. What's my move speed? Goodness.
Spread out if you can.
Come get a gumdrop.
Or yes, go to the beacon. All you got to do is touch her.
I'm going to say to the chat, if nobody in the chat has shared, our noble leader, Reiklin, is in a pickle.
Okay, I think I'm just going to move 5, 10.
Yeah, but I get to go next,
20.
right? I can heal him.
You do.
Yeah.
But he will still be wounded 3,
25.
which is a big pickle.
Yeah. The next hit would kill me.
So I'm going to move here
We
next to
could
her.
combine points, but we don't have a lot.
Oh, it's true.
And then the dragon is going to fly 50 feet up here
Okay.
and attack this thing.
Okay, so flying just above it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can the dragon land on it?
It cannot. It can cinematically. but physically can't share the space with
So
it.
if this attack destroys it, then yes. Yes. It will.
But like, could it like distract it by like?
Yeah, there's actually an action for that. It's called an aid.
It only gets a 25.
Okay, that'll miss. All right, and that's Zarias.
Yep.
Sapisto, you're up, my friend.
Okay.
And we're at a 10-minute, by the way.
So I am going to do Soothe, which is only 2 actions ever. And I'm going to do it at 5th level. So that is going to be 5d10 plus 20 on Reichland.
Okay.
There's a lot of 2s in there. At a 3,
46.
46. That's good.
Huge, and you are at wounded 3, my friend.
Okay. Danger,
Okay.
danger.
And then, for 1 action, I will Inspire Defense.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stand on Reichland's chest, and I'll say, "Hey! Did you listen to my song? It was a beautiful song! Take me instead!"
Okay, Reichland, you wake up to that on the
Okay.
ground.
So he wakes up, sees little Sapisto standing defiantly before the beast, looks over at the beast and says, no. So he stands up for an action.
Uh-huh.
He picks up Sapisto for an action, and he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes his way over here.
Okay.
Over
Sapisto,
Reichland,
do you resist?
I'm going to be like,
Okay. All right. It is this baddie's turn here. So it is going to take an op attack from the dragon here.
Yes. Oh, come on.
That will miss. All right. So this one is going to make an attack against Sapisto, Zarias, Reichland, and the dragon.
I thought we did have a goal to spread out.
All right.
Everybody tap me.
This one's going against Sapisto.
Yeah, I thought all I had to do was get closer and something happened.
You have to interact.
You
Yeah.
have to use an interact action.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 38 against Sapisto.
Oh, yeah.
Crit?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's going to be 24
You-
piercing damage. And
You do have that 5 reduce.
True.
Mm-hmm. 7.
So the base damage is 24 piercing and 14 acid. And you are grabbed. This attack is against Reichland. 26.
That'll hit.
18 piercing and 4
Wait,
acid.
you said 26?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. Is
Does
my
it-
armor still +1?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that means I am a 26. So yes.
Okay. 18 piercing, 4 acid, and you're grabbed. Zarias,
4.
27.
27 just barely hits, I think.
Okay. That puts you at dying 1. Then dragon. 20. That's a nat 1 against the dragon.
There is.
All right.
What's the
And
deck
it's,
say?
the deck says as Regina takes her turn, it breaks its armor, which it doesn't have. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's see. I'm going to move up. And this is between you and me. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Sorry, I had to.
Would it be an action to just drop the meat package?
Yeah. Just it's a free action to drop it.
Free action? Cool.
Uh-huh.
So I drop it. If I die, just take that and go. And I'm going to attack.
Ugh.
Oh,
3
damn.
on the dice.
That's
20.
a miss.
Okay. I'm going to attack again.
Got a hero point or no?
No.
Okay. Second attack.
And that's a nat 1.
A nat
Oof.
1. Oh dear.
Okay, so yours, that's a melee attack. Your weapon is lodged into the nearby surface, so an adjacent square. You have to succeed at a DC 20 athletics check and an interact action to retrieve it. So you smack the ground so hard and just a solid miss, your weapon is stuck.
Petunia,
Okay.
let go of her cane.
Okay, so you moved, you attacked twice. It is Petunia's turn. And Petunia, you can interact with other people with your vital beacon as well, if you would like to.
Question.
Uh-huh.
The regent that I need, is that just like a leaf or something?
Yep, just a vine.
And that would just be on one of these dead things, right?
Uh-huh.
So Petunia reaches out to which one's dying? Which of you is
Zarias
dying?
right here.
She just reaches out and taps Zarias gently,
Okay.
and
he-
makes sure that he lives through this.
Thank you.
And then she walks over and plucks a leaf, a vine off
Uh-huh.
of one of the dead things.
And then it's 3 actions to open the portal.
Okay. So she just kind of like begins salt baying.
Okay.
So what does that do for me?
That will heal you for 4d10. And Zarias, you go ahead and take your turn. Your wounded one, I'll roll the healing for you since you guys are low on time here.
Okay. Since I'm awake, then I'm going to sustain dragon and flaming spheres. Flaming sphere is going to move on top of the thing again. It needs to make a reflex save.
So
Would you tell us that you were opening the portal?
unless you heroic recovery, you will
No,
not be.
she would just
Oh, no,
figure
you'd be
that
able
you
to
would.
sustain. You're good.
You've seen this before.
Yeah, she woke
at
me
this
up before my
point.
turn.
Okay, cool.
You heal for 19.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same thing pretty much that she did before.
Also, Reikland's been given a hero point.
Yas.
Oh, thank you.
And then she says over her shoulder, "Just don't die." Like the last ones.
So hero save, or rather, reflex save on the thing.
Okay. And what you doing for the rest of your actions while that gets rolled?
Dragon is going to cast Fireball because it can again now.
Okay.
Far enough back to not hurt us.
20 is the reflex save, which is a fail on the sphere.
Yes. So it will take 5d6 damage. Which is 15.
Okay. All right. And then there's a fireball I need to make reflex save against. That will crit succeed, I'm sure, on the dragon's fireball.
That's
Good God. Okay. Dragon is speedy. It's going to attack again. So I need to roll that.
so it's
And-
his second attack.
Dragon or Fireball takes 2 actions, and then I have one
He's
more.
got
'cause he
haste.
hasted.
Yeah.
Yep. And haste only gives it 3 since it's summoned.
Oh, come on.
That'll miss. All right, Sapisto.
I have one more action myself. Can I move away from this thing?
Uh-huh. You sure can.
Okay, I'm running away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
I recommend it.
And Sapisto. You're not asleep
Okay.
anymore. Let me get rid of that thing.
Yeah, I was
Right.
wondering what that. I was like, what's happening?
Reikland's holding Sapisto, but Sapisto can certainly.
I'll allow it. I will.
And this will be the last turn before we go to time.
So, she's opening the portal. Get to her.
Not without you, Regina. I'm going
I can catch up.
to action heal Regina as my second 5th level spell. Second and last. So that'll be 5d10 plus 20. 45.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to renew my Inspire. Inspire defense doesn't seem to be working worth a damn. So he's going to do Inspire Courage.
Okay.
Just
Attack
in
and
case you
damage
feel like
rolls.
you want to hit it. Okay, that's my turn.
Reiklin.
So
Okay,
after-
so we are to time now. So would you guys like to take 2 more turns, or would you like to purchase a summary of what happens here?
I feel like we can finish this thing off with 2 more of us.
How hurt is it looking?
Well,
It's looking pretty beat up. It's taken far less beatings than the other ones did before they went down, though.
yeah.
Well, I've got another potential 4th level fireball I could throw at this thing.
So if Reiklin doesn't go, then Reiklin's probably going to die, so he probably needs to move.
Move towards the portal. Get to the portal, because
Well, if we finish these things off, then we can potentially get any treasure that's around here. Like
True.
we're giving up a significant amount of treasure potentially if we do that.
Also, remember the meat is dropped approximately right here.
What would Reiklin do?
Well, Reiklin would think safety over attacking, even though he has a level 3 searing light in his pocket. Thing is, he has to hit. Okay. Reiklin is going to go for the meat while holding Sapisto. 1, 2, 3. Picking up the meat.
Sapisto with. Okay, so move, interact.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Toby, I will let your 100
4.
stars rain down some fire.
5 over to here to try and stay safe. Okay. That's Reiklin. He's holding Sapisto in one hand and he's got some meat in the other.
Like a little football, but like my head is out the back of his arm hole. And I'll be
Well-
like, Regina, we fight together! We die
Likely-
together!
Likely you're peering over his shield because he still has a shield in that one arm. So.
We book ass together, Regina!
All
Did I
right.
say it right? Is it break ass? Book ass?
Okay, who's taking the last turn here? You guys are going to get a meteor that is going to hit this thing. And yeah,
When is that happening?
that's going to happen after it. So it's got to go first, right?
Sure.
The fire will guarantee it's going to drop some people.
the
Oh,
fire
it's-
will what?
Guarantee it's going to
us?
drop some people. Anybody it grabs, because I mean, it's going to be grabbing some people here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the plant's going to grab some.
I'll go and I'll attack it and I'll yell, "Get out!"
Okay, so it's going to take its attacks here. It can reach the dragon, Sapisto, Regina, and Petunia.
Sapisto's with
Reiklin.
Ah, true.
Reiklin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to grab the dragon, Petunia, and Regina. I'm not going to worry about the dragon. We're just going to roll against Petunia and the other. It was very fitting that Toby's on a 2-week star streak, and it put a fire symbol next to his star sending. It's going to nat 1 on Regina,
Yes.
Whoa.
Nice.
and then it's going to be a 26 against Petunia
Yes.
To do what?
to hit your armor class.
26. I'll get my AC. You barely hit.
Okay, so it's going to do 15.
Does she get a
pier-
+1 from Sapisto?
He
I
did.
changed it to attack.
Oh, that's right.
That's
So
the last round.
it's going to do a
for
total
fun.
of 26 damage to you, Petunia, and it is technically going to grab you. But this strange planet here, it's bright. There's flowers everywhere, and all of a sudden, just a random, just fireball meteor comes falling down from the sky and is going to crash right on top of this thing. What is your highest damage of fireball, Zarias? How many damage dice is it?
My 5th level one would be 10d6.
10d6. Okay. Toby, thank you for your donation. This one's for you. That's not enough, so we're going to increase that. This is the real roll.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that does 41 damage to it because of its weakness. Okay, who's taking your last turn?
I will.
Are you sure you don't want me to throw a fireball at it?
It's still up?
It's still up.
Ugh.
Sure, go ahead and do a fireball.
Okay, I will throw a 4th level one, so that's 8d6.
Would you like to sustain your flaming sphere as your other action?
Yeah,
Or your dragon?
I'll sustain the flaming
good idea.
sphere. The dragon won't do anything.
Okay, here's the reflex save, guys.
Low rolls. That's not low.
No, it's really not.
Would you guys like to pool 3 hero points to have me re-roll that, or would you like to save it for the
Sapisto
fireball?
will spend all 3 hero points.
Sapisto.
Okay.
Because I'm sick of this!
Well,
Oh god. Okay.
that's a 30. That's 32. So that's going to miss.
This dodgy.
And you got 2 actions left. Doing a fireball?
Yep. DC is 25.
Here we go. It fails.
Yes.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay, roll your damage up, friend.
Better be a lot
You want to
of
know
damage.
what you need? Do you want to know what you need? You want to put it out there, or do you want to just go in blind?
I'm just going for it. I don't want that out there. 44.
You needed a 42.
Oh! Look at all those 6s and 5s.
I didn't think you were going to have that at all. That is such a high roll.
Wow.
All right,
So
how do you do it?
Zarias, seeing the desperate situation, he starts a really intense kata that ends with him punching the ground, and a fireball comes out of the sky and slams into him.
Okay. All right, and this thing just kind of evaporates. The vines fall. You guys are out of initiative.
Wow.
How does this
Oh.
end?
Petunia's
Tears.
looking a little singed, but somehow still quite alive.
Little scratched up.
And she just kind of throws some more sugar in the air, and then the portal opens, and she says, "I'm glad you all are still alive."
This had better be some really freaking good ravioli!
You too, Petunia. I stand up, I grab the meat like it was nothing, and hand it to her like a badass.
Oh, thank you.
I like how she got grabbed by a vine, a meteor hit it, and all she does is straight face throw sugar.
Must be some quite excellent ravioli.
How long can you sustain that portal?
Not long.
We should go through it.
We should go now.
We can't search for anything in this rubble?
She can sustain this for a 1d4 rounds.
She hands you
A 1.
Okay.
a dish of braised ribs in coffee. Actually,
What?
she hands it to Zarias and then says, "Go ahead, go look for your things."
Oh, okay.
All right.
Perception roll.
I start eating this meat because it smells delicious as I look around.
While still holding Sapisto and
I'll use
the
my
meat.
perception with a +4.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry, it's a 17. So you roll it.
Oh, you guys can roll your own perceptions here. You guys are good. That's a nat 20 for
38.
Sapisto.
Oh, haha.
Oh, snap.
While I was soaking, here's what I found.
Yeah, you see a skeletal hand from underneath these bushes holding a scroll.
I'm gonna go shake it. Nice
Okay.
to meet you, sir. I will take this from your lifeless fingers.
You guys can see this portal kind of tapering, getting a little bit weaker.
All right, rushing over.
I'm gonna dimension door through it. Bye.
out of well, I'm probably not holding you anymore.
I do
All
the
right.
same.
Okay, rushing over.
I walk through.
Okay.
Petunia scoops up a few more leaves or a few more vines from these things.
Smart to have an escape plan next time.
And then goes through the portal.
All right, everybody goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, yeah. You guys go back through that portal in Absalom in the eatery.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
silently
Raised
stand
ribs
there.
were amazing.
Yes. If you feel a bit of a buzz later, enjoy that.
All right.
What type of buzz are we talking about here?
Well,
Sorry,
you
this is not appropriate. I'm sorry. Never mind. Moving on.
A very wholesome buzz, I'm sure.
Oh yes,
Mm,
of course.
I would like to know.
So the braised ribs give +4 to perception and automatic initiative.
Yes, automatically go first in the next initiative.
Cool.
All right. Anything else you guys want to wrap up before we call it a night?
Do we get the recipe?
Oh, right.
Do you just ask that?
No.
So
I kind of figured we were in a after time here.
Oh no, we could roleplay this last little bit out.
All right.
Hey.
So Petunia, do you think that our performance was good enough that we could get that recipe from you?
Oh, yes. And she out of a pocket, she pulls this ginormous book. And she begins to flip through it, and inside are these neatly filed index cards. And she pulls one out. She says, "This should do you."
Thank you so much.
Would you like us to make a copy? Or I got some paper right here, and I gonna look at the scroll that I.
Yeah. So your scroll that you're pulling out is a scroll of Passwall, which is a 5th level uncommon arcane spell worth 150 gold.
Ooh.
Yes, and what's that? Should I write on that?
The writing doesn't look important.
I pull out some scrap paper. We'll just write it on this.
Oh, no, you're welcome to take the card.
Ooh, can you sign it?
Oh, yes. Do you have a pen?
No.
Or a quill?
I pull out some of my my drawing utensils. There you go.
And she takes it and then signs it with a little flourish and then the tiny drawing of a little flower.
I don't know how to write.
Well, it would be excellent for you to learn. It's a good skill.
Everyone tells me, but I would rather sing.
Then you could write down some of your songs.
It's all up here.
Well, what happens when you die?
They will return to the earth. It's the circle of life.
What about...
Oh no, you can finish.
And what about, those who come after you and those who you would teach your songs to? Like my master who taught me.
Well, were you listening? You heard all of my songs, especially the one about...
Circle of life.
Very good.
Pistona has an apprentice.
We'll swap.
Well, it's been a pleasure working
Songs, and
for
you
you.
can tell me why we
Petunia.
killed Tom.
I look forward to sampling more of your goods at some point.
Well, you're welcome back anytime. Especially if you would like to work for me again.
All right. I'll keep
Thank
that
you,
in
mate.
mind.
Thank you, my lady. It's been quite a pleasure and quite a strange experience.
How about vegetarian ravioli next time?
Oh, but you haven't tried this ravioli.
It better be worth Tom's life.
Oh, it will be.
Poor Tom.
All right. And with that, we will wrap up this session, friends. That was wonderful fun. Thank you for the story, Natasha. It was
And
great.
Thank you.
Now, for the wrap up here and for your loot, now you guys did convince your employer here to give you a recipe. So you are now at 3 out of 3 of your guild support specials. So anytime I roll a guild support, if you don't like it, you can change it to whatever you want and spend those 3 points. For your loot, your gracious employer here pays you 2,900 gold pieces and is aware of the Goldblood tip policy and tips you 58 gold pieces in addition.
Nice.
There is a scroll of Passwall. Would you guys like to keep that or donate it?
I think we donate it. What do you guys think?
So you could use it, but you create a visible tunnel through a wall chosen area, replacing the area with empty space.
Donate it.
Donate it.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a greater dancing scarf, which is worth 650 gold pieces. Keep it or donate it.
Are we really all that dancing performance based? I think we donate it. Because your songs aren't really dancing based, right?
Yeah,
Sapisto?
no, I don't.
Is it a worn item?
It is.
Yes, it's worn as a belt, according to the thing.
And what does it do?
+2 to performance checks when you dance.
Sell it.
Yeah, let's sell it.
Yeah, donate it.
Okay, donating that. Now, your big choice at the end here is, you guys did such a good job here. You gathered all the ingredients. She told you should try her ravioli, and you guys got a formal invite to eat at her eatery after this. So, this is a pretty prestigious thing. Her eatery is always packed full. It is very expensive. So you guys have the option. You can go experience this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and instead of leveling up one time, you will level up twice this time. Or you can donate your ticket for 500 gold pieces.
Level up twice.
Oh, we'll level up twice.
Yeah. Level up twice.
And this is an individual decision, so each of you can make it.
I love how Reikland's about to, and then everybody speaks up.
Wait, so it's an individual thing, so we could each sell our ticket for 500?
Each ticket, 500 gold pieces. You each get the decision to go eat and level up twice next time, or you donate your ticket for 500 gold pieces.
All right, hold on a minute.
That's 2,000 gold, guys. Or no, there's 4 of us. So that's 1,600.
2,000. 2,000 is the math.
2,000 gold.
Yeah. So last session, the previous session that the league were on, they earned almost 6,000 gold worth. We just got 29, and then the scarf, right?
29,
the
scroll, the scarf.
Scarf,
Mm-hmm.
29, 3.
How much
So
was
we've gone to. So the scarf was
650 plus 150 plus 2,900 plus 58. So you guys are at 3,758. So if you all donate your tickets, the total worth was 5,758.
Yeah, which is close to what which they got. Now, thematically, I think that we as Goldbloods would still cringe at that, because an experience like eating together at fine eatery is kind of what Goldbloods do.
I agree. But
it would be at a great sacrifice.
Dropping the big decisions on you guys.
I don't think we can afford to not sell the tickets if they really earned 6,000 gold last session.
We're really neck and neck, and I was paying attention. They got 3,000 for their thing, and then they got like another 2,000 something.
There's equated to about 5,900 last time. Look at what your cook has done, Natasha.
Tom is so tasty.
That's a big selling point.
Wait, we already have copies of Tom, right? You gave us the braised. Oh no, that was not the braised ribs.
No.
I don't know if I can eat Tom.
It's too close to the end of the competition here, guys. I think we got to donate.
Sapisto, what are you doing? Keeping or donating?
I will look at my invitation. Kiss it. Goodbye, Tom. And I will hand it to whoever is taking it.
Okay, yep, donating to the guild. They will use it for big sponsorships. Reikland, keeping or donating?
Reikland makes a personal vendetta that he will come back in one way or another to her diner, but it won't be at this particular juncture.
Okay, Zarias.
I sell it or I donate it.
Okay, Regina.
Oh. I'm so
Regina
torn.
says, to hell with it, I'm eating out.
The hell with you three.
I mean, she'll live at least another 93 years, so I know she'll have another chance to go here.
We have somebody in chat saying, I will donate 200 coins if you don't donate.
Toby says, I can't watch.
Oh, funny.
For the chat.
Toby's a
We
foodie.
fight together. We drink together. We try not to die together. No one
Eat
said anything
together
about
in all
eating.
caps.
I cannot eat. I eat the
Ah.
sun.
I can't be the only one in the group to keep this. I guess I'll sell.
We'll drink together just on a slightly cheaper tab tonight. That's all.
So, Petunia, on your night when you cook up Tom and you serve up this delicious meal, you do not see your past employees attend.
We do send a messenger with a note, however, explaining that we do intend to visit another time.
All right, guys, that is the session. So those are donated 2,000 gold worth to your guilds. So your total haul tonight, 2,000 to the guild, 650 to the guild for the scarf, 150 for the scroll, and you all got paid 2,958. Again, this was Natasha Ence with us, professional GM and content creator. Her link is in my stream description, Tails Off the Table. Check her out, follow her, show her some love. She does some super awesome content. It was very fun having you with us, so thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Wonderful shares, wonderful donations. We appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night, everybody. And we will see you next Tuesday with the Goldbloods again and our next guest who has been in this chat. So
It was fun playing with you, Petunia.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Thank you for
Very,
having me.
very cool experience.
Yes, thank you.
all right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.